Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And tonight, I want to welcome everybody. Happy New Year officially, January 1st, 2024. We're in the house. You're in the house. Thank you so much for being here. And we have plans for this year, 2024 SSN Nation Takeover. That's what I'm calling this year, ladies and gentlemen, because you got to be out here buying those assets, making moves all year long. Don't stop, because we won't stop here from giving that information that can help you. Now, welcome. Stop Struggling Now gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And once again, thank you so much for being here. First order of business is always business. You live in a capitalist society, it's always business. Some people may think, well, it's not always business, but actually it is. Every dollar wasted is another wasted dollar that could be used to have a return on your investment. So think about this, ladies and gentlemen, as 2024 continues to go on for the next 365 days. And we can't forget, we must show some love with our own, right? That's what we have to do. You have to support your friends, support your family. You need to, a simple thing such as following them is good. A simple thing such as hitting that like button is good. A simple thing as in sharing so other people can find out. That is great. So again, you can do things for free that can help your friends, family, and here in the SSN Nation. So with that said, our own Professor Auntie Val and family, yes, an asset, start your own business. You control that asset. You receive the profit and the upside. What am I talking about? Coffee and tea. Beachfront Java. You heard me, beachfrontjava.com. Use the promo code HOLIDAY. I believe it expires January 2nd. So you still have another 12 to 24 hours to make yourself useful. Premium blend coffee. 1 pound bags, 3 5-pound bags, half-pound bags, and fine ground, drip ground, and Keurig. What more can you ask for? Well, whole beans, she has it. Premium blend beans from around the world, Central America, South America, Africa, Indonesia, she has it. Fresh Ziploc bags, she has it. Free shipping in the United States, she has it. And then some of you would say, she doesn't have everything, Eric, because I don't drink coffee. I like tea. She has it. Go get the tea from her as well. Show some love, ladies and gentlemen. Use the promo code HOLIDAY. And don't forget, free shipping in the United States. What more can you ask for? and support our own Professor Auntie Val and fam. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's start off this new year right. That's how we have to do it. If you see this on replay, same rules apply. Still, come around, show some love for the people that you know for 2024 and beyond. It's going to be rough out here. You want to know why it's going to be rough? Because, again, nothing has changed just because it's the weekend, just because it's a holiday, just because it's Christmas, just because it's New Year's. Nothing has changed. The Federal Reserve, top 10 percenters, always are going to win. So you need to put yourself in the position to have what they have. You want to get equities with your stocks? You should, because they own 89% of them. You should be in there too, because any upside, you win as well. You should also be in the real estate game. Why? Because you can borrow against it and it's catered to go up and not just 2 or 3% like your grandma's house used to do. Homes go up 10, 20, 30, 50% in this era, and it's designed that way. That's how the rich get richer. So you need to be holding that as well. Some of you may not have been holding any of that Bitcoin or Ethereum. It has started to skyrocket. Why? Because there are ETFs. There's Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs coming on board. So instead of people buying the Bitcoin or Ethereum directly, what they're doing is they're saying, oh, let me give it to one of these ETF companies. And then those ETF companies have hundreds of millions of dollars under management so they can go out here and buy the exact Bitcoin. So do you think Bitcoin is going to rise? Yes, because it's being approved and it's rising. Crypto positive. How long? I think 2024, whole year long. Stock market, 2024, all year long. Real estate, 2024, gonna rise. All three of these asset classes are gonna rise. Now, I know we have some of these gold and silver stackers out here. Well, all I can tell you is, even if it rises, are you not gonna buy? Because if you buy, that means you're buying at a higher price, which means your dollar cost average continues to rise. You're defeating the whole purpose here, in my opinion, because I don't see the point. If gold was $1,200 an ounce 6 years ago, and now I'm buying it at 1,900 or 2,000 an ounce, my dollar cost average is raised. What's the difference? I didn't gain anything. Now, some of you would say, well, Eric, I bought it 1,200 and now it's 1,900. So everything I bought then is now 700 increase. But then I'm going to say, okay, you're right, except you get nothing in return for it. It's in a black hole. So that means, are you just going to sit on the 1,200 that you bought, or you're going to buy more? No, you're going to buy more because you're a stacker, right? So your dollar cost average is now rising. Is it going to be 1,400, 1,500, 1,800? Is there really a point? Because if you think people are going to be chomping around with bags of duffel bags of gold and silver to go do transactions, I don't know what era you live in, but in this era, that's not going to happen. And you're going to get caught up just like people in Venezuela got caught up when they said, no worries, our government's trying to take our gold and silver. We're just going to go across the over to Colombia, over their line. When we get there, we'll sell our stuff in Colombia. Colombia said, oh, we know you guys are in dire needs. Do you really think we're going to give you the price of the gold and silver? No, we're going to tax you. We'll give you 30, 40% less. Yes, that's right. You heard me, because they knew you're in a dire situation. They don't have to pay top dollar. So again, ladies and gentlemen, you don't want to put yourself in those type of positions. You want to be in a position where somebody says, hey, the price went up. You can keep what you have, but you can borrow against it. But you still get to hold on to what you own. I like that scenario much, much better because it's invisible. So if I bought real estate, and I'll 10 times the number, 120,000, and it goes up to 190,000, at least I can go tap into that. Take some money out and go buy another asset without having to do anything. I'll let the Federal Reserve do it all for me. Again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream, January 1st edition. Nothing changes. 2024 takeover, ladies and gentlemen. It starts now. Let's see who's in the house. We have Professor, that's right, aka Professor is known, and it's Auntie Val is here with the icon next to her name, which means she's a member of the channel, and I humbly appreciate that. Another year. And she says, good evening, fam, with the heart, with the strength, with the support, with the cup of Java, and Happy New Year. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Get your mind right, because this year is going to be where the winners are going to be made. And I'm excited. You should be excited too, because whether the stock market goes down, stock market goes up. Whether real estate goes down, real estate goes up. No matter what, we are going to win, because why? We put ourselves in positions. Auntie Val says, I got the notification. That's one person tonight that's very happy to hear. Is YouTube going to get us out of the doghouse in 2024? Highly unlikely. You want to know why? Because what we do here on the SSN Nation Monday, we help people. You can ask questions. We have a lot of entrepreneurs, investment personnel in the house, retirement, everything. So you just never know. People here know the actual facts. We're not reading a book and then telling you what the book says. We have people that actually do it here, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. So that's why you should ask questions. We don't charge. This is the No Guru Zone. SSN Academy, SSN University, the No Guru Zone. We don't charge for webinars. We don't have ebooks. We don't have none of that, because we do this. We don't need to charge you for a book, because we make money the old-fashioned way. We earn it. All right? So here we go. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking off the year. Big time talking, because it's SSN Nation 2024 takeover has commenced. It's now. It's starting for the next 365 days. Mo Better has joined the cause. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. He too has the icon next to his name for another year. I appreciate that. I humbly appreciate it. He says, Happy New Year, SSN Nation. Thank you so much. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year, E. Thank you. We in the building. And he shows the strength, ladies and gentlemen, and the big smile on his face, because he knows he's part of the SSN Nation takeover. And he says he got the notification and trailer, and he smashed the like button. That's two people. Oh my, don't let YouTube start putting out notification and trailers to thousands of people, not just a couple, 1,500 to 2,000. Don't let them release 5,000, 10,000. We know that ain't going to happen. Let's get real. They want the OCs to sit out here and live paycheck to paycheck for as long as they can. All right, Joe Nay's in the house. Another investor, another man with the icon next to his name. Thank you so much. And he says, what's good, everybody? Let's get it going in 2024. I'm ready. Keeping it 100. That's right. How do we do it? We have the SSN Lifestyle Ring of Fire. What does that mean? That means you can participate in certain things, like it's our version of the Shark Tank. Now, so far, we've been taking a few L's. But just because you take a few L's in investments does not mean you stop. You know the risk before you put money in. That is the calculation. Now, InstavidAI.com. I suggest you write this down. Make sure you always have this when you come in our house, ladies and gentlemen. All right? Make sure you have a pen, pencil, paper, because you never know. InstavidAI.com. Now, search InstavidAI. Watch one of those videos on our channel. You can get into a little investment. That's right. But the way we do it, equity deals, ladies and gentlemen. What does that mean? A lot of people may be watching going, wait a minute, Eric, what's equity deals? Here's the equity deal. Imagine if you were investing in Vanguard. All right. And you put in $5,000. Most people realize they give Vanguard $5,000. They are putting the money into an ETF. But what if Vanguard said, hey guys, we're looking for a little bit of money, so give us $5,000. When we make profit, we'll give you back your $5,000. And then after we've used that $5,000, gave you back the $5,000, you still own equity. So future profits, you still get a check. Can you hear me now? I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. It's 2024 takeover. I've been leading you to the water, but this year, if you can't keep up, I'm sorry. I'm out of retirement. I'm still semi, but I'm out of retirement for the big dog stuff. People keep calling me out saying, hey, help with this, help with that. I've been like, you handle it. You handle it. Nah, now in 2024, I just said, forget about all that. I'm handling, I'm taking over like old times. So welcome to the party, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a very exciting year. And I can't wait for the next week because there could be something else coming about too, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just put it this way. Let me tease you a little bit. I gave you the InstaVid AI, right? .com, the equity deal. That's what we get. Oh, you got to send an email, info@instavidai.com. Put in the subject line, SSN Nation. All right? Because otherwise you can't get that equity deal. And that equity deal is a limited time only. You got to talk with Oscar. All right? It's a limited time only. Once they reach a certain number, they don't need us no more for that portion. So that equity deal will be off the table. But SSN Nation members, you get in. So info@instavidai.com. It's that simple. Now, next move. I'll tease you a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. Let me say this. 40 acres. 7-acre lake. Aquifer, fresh water, aquifer on the 40 acres. Currently, 14, 15 buildings of condos. But that is undeveloped, meaning they were built 30, 40, 50 years ago, whatever. It doesn't really matter. They do not occupy the full 40 acres. Part of the lake has some of the condos on it. Can somebody say opportunity knocks? I'll be checking this stuff out in the coming weeks. I'll be going there myself because like I always told you, when it comes to real estate, ladies and gentlemen, you don't play around. You actually go there, put your foot on the ground, go look around, go check and see and make sure everything they're telling you is legitimate. You can't just do this unseen unless you want to do unseen, but I would not recommend that. You need to know where the electrical lines and poles and water and sewer and garbage and all that, where it is located. Because if you think you're going to walk in and make plans, you have to have an idea of the layout. Somebody just can't say 30, 40 acres and you're being like, oh, okay, I'm just going to buy it. No. That's not how we do it. So we're going to go down to go see, because once I see, then it's like, oh my God, what they're describing to me seems like a slam dunk damn near. But we will see, because we have too many irons in the fire. We have too many people that are trying to figure out how they can, let's just say, I don't want to use the word, I have to, scam people out of money. And so instead of giving people the money that they deserve, they're trying to figure out how to take it from the people so they don't have to give them any of the profit. I don't operate like that. I want to give people the money they deserve. Why not? We're going to make more money. So therefore, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to figure out if we can make this deal work. Now, Victor Marrero's in the house. Soon to be retiree is here. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream here with the icon next to his name as well. And he brings his tagline, hello, Eric, let's do this. And Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you as well, Victor Marrero. Thank you so much once again. And T-minus what? 3 months to retirement? Let's go. That's all I'm going to say, man. So big smile. Countdown begins for another man that's put in the work was Victor Marrero. So he's already set pretty much. He's got all the big boys, all the big toys going down. What do I mean by toys? The real estate, passive income, the retirement money coming in, investment money from the stock market, and he might have other investments that he's made. that we're not privy to. But again, he already has the big three. So with the big three, he has it dividend investing included, which means he's making money every month, every 3 months, or every 6 months, or every year, depending on when the dividend payout is. But he's already put his money in. He's getting money back. Joe Nay, he says, I got the notification. Thank you so much. And he smashed the like button. And that's what we do here. Please share the videos, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Ado, welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. Thank you so much for being here, and Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you. Thank you so much. Vanessa Comagate is here. Happy New Year to you as well, and welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. And you heard the name, Vanessa Comagate. You see the icon next to her name, but ladies and gentlemen, a woman that needs to be reckoned with on all fronts, because she's known here as the seamless genius. And some of the things that she's put forth over the years, oh my God, it makes your head go boom, boom. Can you believe it? And anybody can do what she sets up. Passive income is her game, and that's what she does and specializes in. So here we are with her tagline. Hey, boss and SSN fam, Happy New Year. I felt that earthquake today. Oh my goodness. I heard it was like a what? How did you feel that? 4.1? Or was it 6 point something? Because 4.1 is kind of, oh, hump. Let me know, because there was a couple of earthquakes around the world. The plates are moving. That's all it is. That's how the earth is. Nothing to really be alarmed about unless the damn thing moves like 6 inches. You got problems then. All right. Let me know what those markers were today. That would be interesting. SoCal under siege and ends at midnight. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. That holiday code for beachfront Java ends at midnight tonight. You don't have another 12 to 24 hours. You only have 3.5 hours to place that order. So you can go there right now. Put me in the background. Go to beachfrontjava.com. Make sure you use that promo code HOLIDAY, all caps. Show some love. All right. What's good, sis? From Professor Auntie Val to Vanessa Comagate. Excellent. Auntie Val, Beachfront Java, the new year and staying safe. Exactly. Very well said. Mo Better. I had 20K shares of Mara. Whoa. A couple of years ago and made a great profit. Should have held it and kept stacking. This is true, but it's all relative. Mara moving up. Hey, it is what it is. If you would have kept it, yes, you would have had a monster increase. But that took like 2 years for that monster increase. So sometimes you have to be patient beyond a year or two. In the overall scheme of things, 2 years is nothing to wait. But as Charlie Munger said, you make your money when you wait, when you do stock market investments. I love it, though. But you're in the game, Mo. That's what we want here. That's what we need, because you're making your money work for you. That is key. It has to continue. You can't give it up. What I mean is nobody can give it up. You have to always keep doing some investments. That's right, because liabilities, they're coming for you, ladies and gentlemen. Don't think you can rest on your laurels. Your phone bills, your electric bills, your property taxes, your insurance, your health insurance, all of it, your HOA is going up this year. Gas going up, and I'm talking about natural gas, going up this year. Gasoline going up this year at the fuel pump. You will not get away. You will not escape. You will have to pay more than you did last year. Brian P., another investor, is here. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. He has the icon next to his name. I appreciate that. And he says, hello, Eric. Did you get my email? No, I did not get your email. I hope all is well with you. Hello, SSN family. I got the notification and trailer. That's only 3 people tonight. So again, we're not off the dog pound. We're not out the doghouse. We're still in the dog pound. And these guys here, YouTube, still playing games. No worries, though. You guys know what to do. You're here. You're sharing the videos. You're listening. You're paying attention. You're making moves. And I'm loving every minute of it, because they're not stopping us. That's all I can say, right? So I will check my email as well. Thank you so much, Brian P., for being in the house. Another investor extraordinaire is Brian P., collecting his dividend money. Oh, and by the way, yieldmaxetfs.com. That's right. Stock market investing, dividend investing, yieldmaxetf.com. MDA, if you're watching, I know what you're saying. He says, hey, if you think the market is going up, why would you pick a short stock? And I'm like, wait, we're not shorting the market. We may be shorting some stocks. So here is the deal with YieldMax ETFs, just so everybody understands. We have a stock called TSLY. TSLY is based on Tesla. Those type of stocks, they actually have short positions in TSLY. They have call positions in TSLY. They pay a premium for the call. In case you haven't been paying attention, we got electricity that just went out. If you guys can hear me, it just came back up. All right, I was getting ready to say, so this might mean the internet goes out shortly, but don't worry. We will see what happens. So far we're good. All right, so let's see. All right, we're back. We have a little bit of something going down, but it's okay. Now, whether I lost my train of thought here, but hold on, let me get it back. All right, let me get it back somewhere. It kind of surprised me, but YieldMax ETFs, we're shorting TSLY, but that's Tesla. Tesla has stayed level or go down. So with YieldMax ETFs, whichever stock you're into, you want it to stay level or go down for your maximum profit return. So some people are getting 50 or 60% return. That's right. You heard 50 or 60% return because they are shorting. So that's what you have to remember, ladies and gentlemen. So that's a beautiful thing. So even if the stock market rises, if the underlying stock that this YieldMax ETF is into, like they're in the Apple, Nvidia, Coinbase, a bunch. If those stay level or go down, then your rate of return is enormous. So therefore, it's not so much we're shorting Dow Jones, NASDAQ, S&P 500. You're only shorting the particular stock. So all I'm saying is that's what you need to pay attention to when we're dealing with yieldmaxetfs.com. And I'm loving that you can short Tesla right now. I agree with that. They'll stay level or go down a little bit. That's it. I don't see how there's going to be this moon ride to the top. They are having recalls, which are basically just updates over the Wi-Fi, but nonetheless. So just giving you guys an idea what to pay attention to. We can't have you just investing and not understanding what you're dealing with. You have to do your own research. Do your own discovery, ladies and gentlemen. All right? Okay. That's all I can tell you. I've got some good stuff in the works. Come on, 2024. I'm excited to see this, what I'm telling you. The takeovers happening in 2024. Everybody that has superstar status in them, entrepreneurship in you, investing in you, you should be wide awake. All asset classes are going to shift upwards, leaving, unfortunately, large swath of populations, no matter which country you're in, behind. Which side of the coin do you want to be on? That's all I'm asking. You might want to be on that top 10%er side. Brian P. says, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you. I need to learn options. Yes, Mo Better. I don't know about options either. I'm waiting on Victor Morel to give us that wheel strategy. I'm waiting. Maybe we have to wait till he retires. I don't know, but we're waiting. All right, Vanessa Comagate, once again, we are winning, SSN family. Yes, you are, Brian P. We are, because it's takeover time. We are taking over. Exactly. 2024 money. Exactly, Brian P. Time for Larimar to break ground. It's January. Mo Better. He push it. Forget that, man. It ain't happening. That little push in the... Okay, in fact, let's talk about this. Some people don't realize Larimar, quote unquote, started moving. Okay, I'm using my terminology, moving dirt around. That's what I call it. Bringing in some dump trucks, putting some dirt down. then a bulldozer's moving it around. I call that moving dirt around. I don't count that. I need to see something else. So when we say break ground, I need to see somebody actually moving, excavating trees, uprooting trees, having flatbeds, having some tree cutters or something out there, chopping this stuff down and getting flat ground so they can lay down foundations. That's what I need to see. I don't really care about dump trucks dumping dirt. I mean, come on. Families that have an acre and they're sitting there and their kids are into motocross biking, they bring in mounds of dirt and dump it down and build the mound so they have motocross jumps in a track. You think I'm going to be excited about some crap like that? Come on now. Let's get real. You guys know I love Larimar, but what we do here, we keep it real. We don't have to sit up there and act like, oh, yeah, you brought some dirt, had a bulldozer moving it around, and we're like, oh, you're breaking ground. Sorry, guys. Nobody gets that. I don't care which project it is. You're not fooling me with this bulldozers bringing in dirt or moving dirt around. No, 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 no. I need to see after 7 days or less, I need to see where you got like 200, 300, 400 feet straight, where somebody comes out there and says, yeah, I think I can put down a foundation here. And then the following week, I need to see some cement being poured. I don't need none of this dirt movement. I need to see trees uprooted because we have all jungle, and I need to see some clearance. Other than that, don't give me this nonsense. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is, ladies and gentlemen. That's how real estate is. This is how development is. I mean, I can order up some dirt. It costs me money to order up dirt. Let's get real. All right. I mean, it's going to cost me. Okay. How many? Let's see. We got 5 dump trucks. Yeah, that might be like 4 or 5 G's. It could have been. And then they drove it and dumped it. And then it might have cost me about $1,000 to rent a bulldozer. I mean, wasting 6 G's on some dirt and a bulldozer. Really? Is this the type of building we're doing out here? Come on now. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I get upset when somebody does this because somebody did the same thing. Cruise on land. Bulldozer, dirt moving. I'm like, okay, we'll see where you're at 2-3 weeks later because I better be seeing you saying, hey, I didn't clear it out this much and I'm laying down pads. We're getting started here. Other than that, forget all that nonsense. I'm sorry, Mo Better. It's January. They're not breaking ground. Actually, we'll talk in 3 weeks. All right, because I'm going to have something else to say in about 3 weeks because that'll be January 21st, 23rd, 25th, the end of the month. And if I keep seeing some bulldozers coming and throwing some dirt around, I'll be like, all right, man, we got issues here. We got issues. All right, James Way, he's in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. He has the icon next to his name, which I appreciate. I humbly appreciate it. And he says, hello, all. Got notifications. That is 5 people today. It's a new year. That's right. But the rent is still too damn high. It's not going down. James Way, you know it. It's not going down, is it, James Way? He's like, it's still too damn high. It was too damn high. And the only way I can rectify that situation, all of us, you have to make more money, ladies and gentlemen. And guess what? It's another year, and your landlord might have came to you and said, how about another 10% increase? Yeah, friends of mine got that notice. 10% on their rent. I was like, wait, 10, not 5, not 3. 10% 2 years in a row. 20% in 2 years. Whew. Things are getting hectic out here. Need more passive income. That's what we do here. All right. Vanessa Comagate says it was a 4.1. And yes, it shook. It rocked the bed around 8:30 a.m. All right. Well, at least it was a 4.1 instead of a 7.1. So that means there was movement, but it wasn't crazy. A3 Saval is in the house. Very nice to see you. Happy to see you and welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. He says, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you. New year, new investments. Exactly, A3 Saval. That's the spirit. Takeover 2024. That's what we have to do. Come on, TSLY. Those payouts are fire. Oh, speaking of payouts, you're going to know in 5 days. I think the 6th of the month is when they declare the dividend. So in the evening time, you can log in and see what the dividend is going to be for around the 13th through the 15th of the month when the payout comes. And for all of you, if you buy your dividends before the 5th of the month or buy the stock, go to YieldMax ETFs, go buy the stock before the ex-dividend date, which is usually around the 6th or the 7th, but just basically buy the stock on the 4th or 5th. You will be part of dividends a week to 10 days later. You'll already be in. You don't have to wait another month. But if you buy after the 7th or 8th of the month, then you have to wait for your first payout in dividends the following 15th or 13th of the month. So just giving you heads up. All right. So go do your studying now, ladies and gentlemen. Victor Morel, yes, Mara was among the top 3 crypto mining companies in 2023. Its options trading premiums are very juicy due to the cover, 200% volatility. Plus, at 23 is still a good buy. This is true. Victor Morel says it. $23 is affordable for a lot of people. Some people would say $100. That's over 4 shares. $200 over 8 shares. $300. We're getting close to 12, but it's going to be more than that because it's only $23. So again, you can put yourself in great positions, especially once you find out Mara is involved with crypto. And once you understand crypto is having, or Bitcoin is having this year, that's a stimulus. ETFs are coming in. That's a stimulus. So what I've been saying, crypto positive 2023. Stock market positive 2023. Real estate positive 2023. Buying into a business positive for 2023. Keep all that in. Are you writing it down? You guys, you could be in there in just a short matter of 2 to 3 years. You can change your life now, but in 2 to 3 years, you're going to reap the benefits of what you're doing this year. I got a little investment in crypto through a friend who trades, and I made some profit so far. So good. Brian P. brings up something new. BXSL. Now, I don't know what that is. This is what we do sometimes, kind of like all the time. We go check it out. Blackstone Secured Lending Fund. Not familiar, but dividends 11.14%. But I'll be damned, they're getting ETF money to do a lending program. $22. Their 52-week high is 29. The 52-week low is 22. So apparently it's been doing okay. Kind of sideways-esque over the last month. Yep. I don't mind sideways for a lending if they're still giving me 11%. I don't mind that at all. And it's Blackstone. Oh, yeah, Blackstone, one of the largest funds on the planet. Assets under management in the billions. So not bad to be joining forces with them. Recession call bet against. Okay, I got to wait. Let me put this on screen. I got to show people some of this, right? Because there's a Burry. I don't know if this is actually entirely true. He's calling the S&P. He's betting against the S&P. Bet against the S&P 500 and scooped up bargains. Oh, okay. He got the bargains. He's correct. Okay, I understand what they're saying now. I was like, I know he's not saying short the market in 2024. I think that would be a big mistake. Big mistake. And by the way, if he bet against the S&P, they must have had to been individual stocks because S&P did a 24% increase this past year, the S&P 500. So they can say whatever they want, but see, we here know because last week we know from the articles and from the information that S&P 500 went up 24%. So if he was shorting the overall market, then he lost big. He didn't win big. So maybe have to read this article on Business Insider to find out more. But I'm just saying, they're referring to 2023. But again, the overall market itself went up 24% in 2023. So he might have picked certain stocks like X. That wouldn't have been hard to figure with Elon Musk playing games over there early in 2023. Yeah, however, recession hasn't materialized so far, with the GDP growing an annualized 5.2% in the third quarter. Inflation hasn't resurged either, and the Federal Reserve is yet to cut interest rates after raising them 5%. This is what I'm talking about. They're not going to, Federal Reserve, I just can't see how they're going to increase interest rates. They've been waiting around for 3 months. Now it's 4 months. The Scion Asset Management boss shared a few worrying charts over the next few weeks, including one comparing the S&P 500's trajectory at the time to its ill-fated rally during the dot-com crash. Okay, this isn't the same. This isn't the same. The Federal Reserve doesn't even act the same way. The banks don't act the same way. They're not restrained. This is why you can't go by history if you don't know what history means. Burry has been cautioning investors about the current market for a few years now. So what do you call a few years? 2021 to 2024 now? So here's how the markets work, just so you guys understand. Don't be confused by all this double talk. This is how people get confused. They listen to this guy because they made a movie about him, Big Short. He got right the housing market situation. He got right a few other things, but then invoking what he says and missing, just like last year when he said S&P wasn't going to be nothing and it went up 24%, just like now he's saying for the last 2 years he's been predicting that there's going to be the mother of all crashes, things are going to happen. Well, I got to break it to you. Every 8 to 11 years in America, there's a recession. So he's going to be right sometime. So, I mean, and let's just call it what it is. The Great Recession was 2008. I don't know where another recession came. Induced recession came because of a pandemic in 2021. But I'm just going to say this because I'm a connoisseur of this information. You guys here are privy to it because we talk about it. 2021, the wealthy got wealthier. That didn't stop them. They're out here buying planes, trains, and automobiles. They didn't stop. The wealth gap got larger. So it might have been a recession on paper because people didn't have their job. They weren't working by mandate. But that had nothing to do with the people that had assets. They were still making money. So I don't know what recession they're talking about has occurred, even though we were able to take advantage of the stock market. It was at an all-time low in 2021, but it wasn't going to stay there. Clearly, it's stock market positive, rising, breaking all-time records now. So how's it going to short? Again, you can talk all this crazy, but again, this year, 2024, I would be shocked if there was a market crash. I'd be shocked. I just don't see how this is going to happen. I'd be shocked. People are going to start spending their money. They're going to start buying assets, and there's going to be movements for reasons that have nothing to do with the economy. And that's why you need to be in, ladies and gentlemen. SSN Nation Money Making Monday live streams. We're going over this Michael Burry short. Here it is. He also issued a warning in February to Bed Bath & Beyond shareholders that the stock was headed for disaster. Yeah, it didn't take long. Look, February of last year, Bed Bath & Beyond was in trouble before that. It wasn't hard to figure that out. That's not like breaking news. All right. Regional banking crisis in March. Okay, look, ladies and gentlemen, this is just blanket coverage. If you said right now that there's going to be a banking crisis, what does that mean? We all know before March of this year, well, maybe everybody doesn't know, before March of this year, there's going to be 2 or 3 banks that are going to close or get taken over. It's more than just these 3 every year, ladies and gentlemen. Banks go out of business, but they do this. Shh. because they don't want to scare you, because then that causes bank runs all over the country. And in case anybody doesn't know, banks do not keep dollars in their bank. All right. So therefore, that's why you rarely see anybody robbing banks anymore. The money's not there. All right. They move the cash out generally. There's not large sums of it. All right. So it's stored elsewhere. So again, if I wake up and I know banks are going to fail. By March this year, there's going to be at least 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. But they're going to be these little regional banks that are taken over by a bigger bank. They go swept under the rug. But you're not going to think I'm some sort of expert at determining that. It's going to happen. Just like these 3, Silicon Valley Bank, Signature Bank, Silvergate, Capital. All right. There was more than just those 3 banks that failed last year. All right. Every year, banks are failing. This isn't something new. Giving somebody credit for saying that is ridiculous. All right, let's get real. Short stuff. Okay, Barry's most striking moves were the short side. Purchase bearish put options. 2 exchange traded funds that respectfully track the S&P 500. Look, S&P 500, 24.6 increase. It didn't go down last year. So they can swipe that off the record. If he'd used 2 exchange traded funds that track the S&P, the NASDAQ 100 in the second quarter, those wagers with the notional value of 1.6 billion. All right. So they don't say what the outcome is, and I wouldn't either, quite frankly, because we know shorting it means you expect it to go down. And if it goes up 24%, can you imagine that short position? What you had to pay out? Come on. Get real, ladies and gentlemen. Stay safe. JEPI. JEPQ. That's JP Morgan. Simple ETF funds. Go with them. 10% dividends, 11% dividends, depending on JEPI's, probably around 10, 9.5 or whatever. JEPQ might be at 10, 10.5 in that range. So that's what you should be looking at, ladies and gentlemen. JEPI. If you want to play safe, go with them. If you want to ride out here on the edge, then you can go with real estate investment trust accounts. You can go with the NLYs. You can go with the ARRs. You can go with the ORCs. You can go with the AGNCs. You can go with no, that's gas. ARXL. I think that's it. Gas. Go check that out. Well, there we go. About the markets, we have a problem. It always seems to block us when this occurs. So I go to this screen. Day trading. And that's not the question I want to ask. The question I'm trying to figure out how to phrase it is, the answer is this: whoever does stock trading, 95% of them, L's, disappear. This is why these stock traders that do these trading, they always have a course. They always have a signals. They always have send me money so I can teach you. That's why that is the scenario. Okay? 95%. Okay? So, many day traders lose money. There we go. Maybe that's what I'm looking for. Maybe that's the one I'm looking for. There we go. Can you guys see this? Can you guys see this yet? Can't see it yet? Okay. Hold on. It's coming. Here we go. It's coming up as soon as they show the screen. Let's see if it's going to show the screen for me. There's, oh, it took it off. How cute. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. So see, you guys are out here. Don't get fooled. Don't get fooled out here. Here it is. It's even higher than it was the year before. Look at this. Studies have shown that more than 97% of day traders lose money over time, and less than 1% of day traders are actually profitable. September 2023. All right. Here we go. Why do 90% of day traders fail? It's because they have absolutely no clue what they're doing. Okay. Whatever that means. But the point is, you have over 90% of day traders who take L's. All right. So when somebody tells you, oh man, I'm a day trader, I do that. Okay, great. Maybe they're part of the top 5% that win. But again, that is not the norm for 90+% of people that enter into that field. Just giving you an idea. All right. Here we go. I'm going to change it to this because I'm listening. See, I talk to a lot of different people. Here we go again. Look at this. The futures and options market is complex and risky, and it's no surprise that 9 out of 10 traders lose money in it. Simple. Okay, so let's stop the nonsense, because here's what's going to happen. When the stock market starts going up, there's going to be a lot of people offering courses that you're going to say, hey, send us $4,000, send us $5,000. And then what we're going to do is we'll give you some sort of free place that you can trade. But the point is, they're asking you for your hard-earned money when they're supposedly making all this money trading. All right? So you should be thinking. And then again, now you know the numbers. I mean, it's the numbers. 9 out of 10, that's 90% again. So less than 10% really are able to win long term. So again, don't be fooled by the nonsense. When people say, I'm going to win, I'm going to win. The way you can leverage yourself in any investment, ladies and gentlemen, you have to leverage yourself. All right. So let's get this webcam back up. All right. Any investment, you kind of have to weigh your pros and cons. So in other words, if I'm dealing with a investment, this is why when a bank loans you money, they go, okay, we'll give you 70% or 75% or 80% if you give us X amount. Or if you have assets and you say, hey, I will put my assets up as leverage. So then they say, we'll give you 100% if you give us 2 buildings that's worth $2 million and all you want is 500,000. We'll give you the full one, 500,000. But you got to put up those 2 buildings or 1 building for us as collateral. They'll give you the whole 5. They have collateral. That's different than when you're using your hard-earned money and making trade decisions, and all of a sudden it went sideways. The money's gone. You're not using leverages. You're not borrowing. So again, pay attention to the numbers. Don't lie. I don't try to beat numbers. I'm going to tell you guys, I have stories. I used to play professional poker. I've told people before, my numbers, if you know every time you go play poker, that you're basically around 60 to 67%, because I can't remember my actual numbers at this time. I'd have to look over my IRS forms and things like that. But if you have 60 to 67% winning every time you play as your average, then you're doing pretty freaking good. We're not taking L's. We're not losing 90% of the time and taking wins of 10%. Because if you're doing that, then you're not going to make money. All right. Because there's fluctuations. So when you go from 67 and it goes down to like 50, now you're finding out you don't have an edge anymore. People are getting better and better. And then when it drops down to like 40, that's a significant difference on profit. So you start thinking, you play $100,000. You make 67,000. That's pretty good on any investment, right? In a year. So if you got, basically you leave 167,000 at the end of the year. That's pretty good. But it drops to 150. Okay, you still say good. But now if it drops to 135, now all of a sudden there's certain things that start happening, because now some of the profit, you do money management, now you're using more money to stay ahead of the game. And 100 out to receive 38,000. I mean, that's okay, but we're not trying to do that. And so once I got down under 40%, I said, okay, I can't play anymore. Even though I could play and grind and do whatever, but I was like, I'm not going to sit around playing poker 12 hours a day, 10 hours a day. That's crazy. So I gave that up because I didn't have to do that. I was having fun. So again, more streams of income means you can make maneuvers. You go, okay, I'll do something else. I have extra streams coming in anyhow. No reason to sit here and do this. So that means you should be mobile. You should be able to pivot, as they say. So a lot of people, Elon Musk is one person that pivots a lot. So that's what you have to do to stay ahead of the game when you're an entrepreneur and an investor. You have to pivot. Sometimes you can't go down with the ship. Just because everything was rolling last year doesn't mean everything's rolling this year. All right. Just keep that in mind. All right. Sorry. I had to go off script because I get a little annoyed when people start talking these options and trading and da-da-da-da. And I'm like, I know the numbers. You can't sit out here and tell me, give somebody $5,000 so you can learn what they're doing. The $5,000, ladies and gentlemen, is what they're doing. All right. That's what they're doing. So that's crazy. All right, here we go. Let's see what else we got. We might have some lessons here. I'm lagging. That's right. Yeah, you knew that was coming. Let's see. Oh, we got a lot of people in the house tonight on this happy New Year edition. The SSN Nation Takeover 2024 has commenced. So we got to talk a little bit more, a little bit harder, cold, hard facts. There we go. We're down here before all of a sudden we got rudely interrupted. Oh, Riot. Yes, they're still undervalued at MoBetter. Riot is another beauty of option trading. How many shares do you think you have? It's going for 17 per share now. Yeah, those used to be like $4 or $5, $3.50 or something. So they're doing pretty good. And I think Mara and Riot, due to the ETFs with crypto, I think they're going to still continue to rise in 2024. So you can't go wrong with those. And Mara's still only 23, right? I think we have to fly Victor out somewhere tropical so he can teach us an options class. I think you're right, Vanessa. I think you're right. I think that may give him some incentive at Mo Better. Watch the price in the morning first. Don't buy right away. I typically wait for about an hour to 2 hours to pull the trigger, especially with options. Yeah, I know nothing about options. So Victor Morel's helping people. But again, I don't know. Vanessa agreed. LOL. Exactly. Exactly. Thumbs up. Victor, yeah, that's a good strategy because sometimes it dips a little after the first 2 hours. This is true. Right, because you have volatility going because the market's just open. And then that's when anything can happen, quite frankly. Go up, go down, and then you're trying to get it while it's down. At Victor, I like to buy pre-market. I'm not doing options right now. I'm just buying straight up. Hey, Mo, no, nothing wrong with buying straight up, man. Like I said, I mean, it's whatever you feel comfortable with. Once I get comfortable, yeah, that's the key to this whole thing. Charles is here. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. The emerging millionaire is in the house. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You might not be able to talk with Charles in about 2 years. All right. About 2.5 years, he might be big time. He might be big time on us because the man has put in the work for big time plans. All right. So keep that in mind. But I'm very proud of him. He's done the damn thing. So once again, Charles, an investor, a real estate investor, is in the house. He brings his tagline. Hey, all. Happy New Year, fam. Happy New Year to you too, Charles. And again, his tagline, I smell money in here. He's damn right. And 2024 takeover, he's smelling money exactly right because more and more of it's going down. We're going to make it happen, ladies and gentlemen. So please join us at George. What's up, big homie? Exactly. Showing them below. So what's up, Mo? Charles. He says, Victor, you think market goes up tomorrow? I don't know. That's interesting. Victor can ask Mo Better at George E. White in Brazil right now. He won't be joining the live stream tonight, I don't think. I doubt that if he's down in Copacabana. I guess that's where he's hanging out because most of the tourists hang out there. But don't go to the favelas. Please stay out of there. Don't snoop around. Just stay where you're at. Stay in the tourist zone. Don't hang out, E. White. You're one of those superstars, Eric, breaking up. Yeah, man. Unfortunately, that's how it is. I think what I'm going to do is play a little promo. I haven't done any 2024 new promos, but it's okay. We'll start it off with the little festivities. How about that? Let's see. Which one? Oh, we'll do this one. Shout out to the fellas. We'll say David Chen. In fact, I didn't even have what's his name on last year. He ghosted me. In fact, I think something might have happened to him, which is interesting. Hold on. I have this Charles. Why is there lagging? I can't get this. Okay. Yeah, Victor. Oh, wow. Didn't know I could do that. Okay. I missed something. Let's see. Victor put in something. Mo Better. You can make an offer in options called selling a put option at $12 per share. But you have to be willing to buy 100 shares of it, which is $5 less per share. Uh-oh. That's not bad. But I don't know nothing about it, so I can't even comment, quite frankly. So it's all about you. Okay. So, yeah, we're supposed to have, what's his name, on the show. I'm about to play a video. That's why it just reminded me.
People call me the champ. That's not true. I'm a champ a long time ago. This is the champion, David Chu. Say hello. David Chu. Hello, everyone. Tell us what's the tournament that you just won a ridiculous amount of money in?
Well, what's the WPT?
Yeah, WPT where? How much did you win? 3.4. $3.4 million David Chu just came home with. You're amazing. Amazing. Yes, let's give a hand for David Chu. We have David Chu here. Just won $3.4 million. Can you break it 24 David? How we doing? How's the table? Oh my God, Brett Butler's here. Brett Butler and I have a lot of history. He's the man who got absolutely no cards at the final table when we were together. It was unbelievable. I got so unbelievably lucky, and he got nothing sick. It was really sick. This man should have won a hell of a lot more money. But how much did you win at the World Series, David?
3.2.
For real? He won $3.2 million, and he got absolutely no cards, got completely screwed, and I felt really bad, but it's not that bad. Yeah, it wasn't that bad. You're playing against Glenn Turman, who's one of my old clients. Glenn is one of the great actors of our time. Glenn's been nominated for an Emmy this year for his HBO movie. You gotta come and talk to Glenn. You didn't recognize Glenn Turman that you're sitting next to? Crazy? I'm so sorry.
Oh, hiding out on me, man.
Yeah?
Oh, my goodness.
Of course. Glenn, I miss you so much. Everybody, we have Glenn Turman in the house, everybody. Tell us about the movie that you're doing. You just did great feel. You're nominated for an Emmy this year.
Well, HBO put me up for the nomination.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there we go. Speaking of poker, how apropos, right? So let's talk. Takeover 2024. We back in the house for another edition of SSN Nation Live. Please make sure you smash that like button. And if you like what we're talking about, please subscribe to the channel. Click the all notification bell. 2024 is here. Do you have your financial plans ready? If not, you can come along for the ride. We have a few things for you, as you have heard this first hour. Millionaire mindset going down in our house tonight. Lots of information being thrown at you. Make sure you go study. And the internet's very, very helpful. Okay, let's see here. Now I'm going back. So let's see what we can do. Okay, Georges Charles, what's up, buddy? I see that, but I can't get to it. I think the uptrend will continue for at least the first quarter. Expectation of the Fed's lowering interest rate. There we are. There we are. Stock market positive, 100% agree. As long as the longer they take to increase interest rates, the stock market is going, they're not going to increase it. Well, I'm not believing it either. If they do nothing the next 3 months, the stock market is going to continue to go. And then when they do drop it, the stock market's going to go. Either way, you got to be in the game, ladies and gentlemen. Don't let the top 10 percenters continue to get the bulk of the equities, because that's the only way you can get up. So let me ask somebody, how do you get 24% increase of any asset? You didn't. If you didn't have any money into the S&P index, you're not getting 24% increase. So you missed out. But guess who does? The top 10 percenters, they got their 24%. How much did you get? 10%, 5%, 8%? 24% is a hell of a lot better than getting a 3 to 5% raise from your job. Knowing full well 3 to 5% of cost for everything you're going to buy this year has went up at least that. So you don't even get ahead. You're getting drowned. So again, I'm going to keep saying things like this the whole rest of the year, because this right here is pivotal. If you're not in the game with the equities and the real estates and other type of income producing properties while you sleep, then you can't catch up. You're going to stay behind and get further behind. All right. So I agree with Victor Morero 110%. In fact, I go one step further. I am strictly saying this is going to be a bull run. Crypto, stocks, real estate, bull runs coming. The halving for Bitcoin's coming. So that means a bull run automatically. ETFs getting unleashed that can buy crypto now. That just means they're buying the crypto. So no surprise it goes from 42 to 43 to 44K. Up comes 45 next. What part is this? Isn't even rocket science. You don't even have to understand anything. It's based on demand. That's it. You don't have to even understand anything. You don't have to go in and study. You just have to know what the market is, what's going to happen. The Federal Reserve, I told you, Me and Powell had a chat 3 months ago. He said, Eric, I'm not raising the interest. I'm not raising the interest rate, buddy. You keep saying I'm going to raise the interest rate. I'm not. I'm thinking of you and the rest of your 10%er friends. That's what I'm thinking of, Eric. So think about it. I told you this was going to happen. At first, I thought they were going to reduce interest rates in December, or increase or reduce. Either way, I thought there was going to be something in December. They didn't do nothing. But we knew in November, stock market positive was coming. So no surprise, 6 points away from S&P 500 breaking its record. Dow Jones breaks its all-time high record. A lot of people gave me technicals. They reached their all-time high. The stocks are going to go down. I'm like, how? Victor Morrell just explained how. Again, it's not going to go down. If the Federal Reserve does nothing, it's not going to go down. And if they decrease interest rates, then we're off to the races for the next 2 years. Minimum. And if you don't have your money there, if you think 24% was something, I'm just saying you're going to get left behind. All right? On all fronts. Because they'll be reducing interest rates. Real estate's going to go up. You guys are going to keep hearing me say this. Victor, I agree also with the uptrend going up. Exactly. I agree. Everybody's should be agreeing with this. Agree, Victor. George's Charles chimes in as well. Victor, will Galaxy be ready? George's Charles, why hurt the man? Galaxy's not going to be finished, man. Let's get real. Not going to happen. Look, unless they have their fourth or fifth, or I don't even remember how many floors they're going to have now. If they're going to have 5 or 6 floors finished, they don't even have them gray. They don't have cement on all 5 floors yet. There's no way they're going to be able to do it in under a year. Not going to happen. That's not the way it works in the DR so far. Wave Garden, I just found out. I found my some information. It was January, not June 2025 or 4. It was January through March. Wave Garden in Cap Cana was supposed to be first phase finished. Sorry, if you own at Wave Garden, not going to happen. This is real estate investing in Dominican Republic. No credit check, no qualifying, no barriers to entry. You heard me. No credit check, no qualifying, no barriers to entry because it's pre-construction. Wave Garden, delivery was supposed to be first quarter 2025. Guess what? They don't have 4 or 5 stories either done. It will not be done in 1 year or 1 year and 3 months. Not going to happen. All right. Let's get real out here. All right. Larimar, my #1 rated resort, and I'm going to be coming out with a new rating for 2024. I don't even know if they're going to be #1 because they aren't going to be delivering nothing in September of 2025. 1 year and 9 months, not going to happen. Unless they got some magical workers that they're going to be bringing in, it's not going to happen. 15 stories high, 4 buildings, not going to happen. December 2025, not going to happen. I'll even take wagers. I'll take wagers on it. Not going to happen. They have to build a 15, 16 story, one of the Horizon Towers buildings that's not sold out. They got to build that in 1 year and 9 months. Not going to happen. They got to build a sports complex and 9-hole golf course. 9 holes of the 18-hole golf course supposed to be built. Driving range, sports complex with basketball court, paddleball courts, tennis courts, soccer field, baseball field or something out there. I don't know if it's a field or batting cage, whatever. That's got to be built. All of this in 1 year and 9 months or 2 years. I'm sorry. It doesn't work like that. There is no builder that I've seen that has built anything in 2 years, especially at this magnitude. Never mind whatever Larimar's doing. Cruise on Land, same thing. I don't know, but I don't know exactly. They have 2 buildings. They also have their sports complex. I think is supposed to be done. What they did, they changed. We start talking about man-made beaches. Okay, you can build those in 6, 7 months, but that's 6, 7 months. That's also supposed to be delivered in November. These guys can't even in 6 months. The building's already there. They can't even, they're still waiting on some kitchen furniture and stuff. I mean, come on. We were there in November and they already have the rooms built. And so, how does it take all the November? We're there at the beginning of November. How does it take all the November, all of December, and you still don't have your cabinets done along with the appliances sitting in there? You swapped out your jacuzzis and then brought in even worse jacuzzis. Instead of 2 jets on the wall, 1 jet on all 4 wall, 1 jet on each side wall, which does not make a jacuzzi. But that's what they have at the model. So if it takes them all this time to do models, how are they going to finish something in a year and 9 months? And do it, I don't even know how many units they have in a building, but they have 100 units or something, right? 200 units in a building. So I'm just like, how are you guys going to finish that when you can't even finish 2 units in one building in 6, 7, 8 months? Come on, man. Don't play out here. And there's some more stuff coming along. Watch out for a video I'm dropping in a few days that I'm mad about. And I'll just simply say, Primavera 2. I've been talking about Primavera 2 because we're going to start off with the SSN lifestyle with that. It's not going to happen because I'm going to put it very simple. What was in the brochure is not the amenities that they are going to include. Now we're dealing with nonsense like this. So now that's a whole thing. If you're supposed to have a game room, a fitness room, a tennis court, and I'm missing something, and something else, and all of a sudden they say no game room, no fitness center, no tennis court, and the other something else, amenity, and all they have are pools and a basketball court, that changes the whole thing. If you're one of people should be upset about this, because I wouldn't live somewhere that doesn't have a fitness center. And if I lived there and bought a villa and they told me we're going to have a game room and now we don't have a game room and now we don't have a fitness center, and even, oh, by the way, I moved there because you guys said we're going to have a tennis court and my kid likes to play tennis or maybe even wants to try and be a superstar tennis player, so that worked great for us. You're not going to have that either? I'm like, hold up now. I paid based on these amenities. So now you're not going to have them. I need to get compensated. That's the way I feel. I don't know about everybody else, but I'm getting ready to say, if we start dealing with this kind of crazy nonsense, well, you guys know what's going to happen. I'll be talking about it right here in the SSN Nation. So I will be dropping a video about this. All right. So that also meant, hey, we got a problem, Houston. We already have a pool, or was going to have a pool at our location. Pools, who cares? There's 3 of them already there. Basketball court, okay, that's cool. You have a basketball court, but the fitness center and the game room, that's a major thing for me. And I'm sure it was major for a lot of people that were buying in there. And now to find out, they're just like, oh, no, forget about it. And in the master plan, there was supposed to be a soccer field. That's not going to be in there either. So all I'm saying, I'm not liking what I heard, and it's legitimate. It came from an individual that works with the company. So it's not happening. I'm like, no, we got a problem. This is not cool. So if people are starting to do this type of stuff, now we have to go, hey, we got to check some things out even further. So all things come to a head. George's Charles. Oh, let me go back down and agree. Victor, Mo Better, 7. Oh, wait, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see what we got. Victor Marrero. You certainly can and collect premium for that. Example, seller put option at $17 per share and collect 53 instantly. And see, I don't understand what he's saying. I mean, I know what you're saying, $17 per share, but this collecting $53 instantly in premiums, no, I don't know what that means. Again, very hard for me to understand. You would be better off putting your money in Max. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I I don't see. You can do option trading with just about any stock or ETA or ETH. However, I only do it with top traded ones, i.e., top companies with lots of trading volume. I would agree with that. Even though I don't know it, I like demand. Demand is the key for all assets. At Victor, I got you. When does the option normally expire in a week? Correct, unless I go further out. You can go further out. Minimal stuff I know. You can go further out, but you remember it cost. There's a cost factor that a lot of people forget to talk about it. Victor, that makes sense. Benadryl, without volume, the stock can drop like a rock. Exactly. Exactly. Got to have that volume. You can lose your shirt if you don't hedge your bet when you do puts, I heard. Yes, exactly. That's exactly right. Mo Better, you can set the expiration date on any Friday in the future, but I like to do it weekly, every Friday. I collect. Then rinse and repeat for the following Friday. Well, apparently these guys know what's happening because I don't know. But I'm glad this helps out Mo Better. Thank you, Victor. At Mo Better, that's why I only do options with SPY, QQQ, NVIDIA, Tesla, Microsoft, Meta, Mara. Lots of volume and high premiums. There we go. That's why that's in the mix for Max, except for Meta and no, Meta's there. Mara's the only one that's not in there. But that's why they do it, because of the high volume. High premiums is another thing, Victor. Yeah, those are pretty safe, but you already know with crypto stocks, you have to be careful. When BTC catches a cold, Mara and Riot catches ammonia. Yes, but Mo Better, I don't think they're going to be catching any ammonia anytime soon. I really do believe ETF, because ETFs can buy Bitcoin now. I mean, Bitcoin kind of drives the market. So if Bitcoin is going up, others rise with it. And Mara's obviously going to rise with it. Riot is going to rise a little bit. But hey, 20, 30, 40, 50% returns. I mean, you can't get any better than that. Annual return. Victor, set stop losses with those two. Yep. I like NVIDIA a lot. NVIDIA went up so much over the last year. It's incredible. ABR, see, Brian P. ABR, ARLP. There we go. ABR, ARLP. You guys do your homework. Brian P. is trying to get you some knowledge. TCPC, not familiar. Not familiar. TCPC. Let's see what this stock is. Not familiar with this at all. Let's see who this is. This is a BlackRock. Huh. That's interesting. BlackRock TCP Capital. Jesus Christ. BlackRock has way too much leverage. They have a lot of people's money under management for all of their funds. This is crazy. Common stock for TCP. This is crazy. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear this. We got something going on. This is insane. All right. So let me get out. Just don't forget, go over. You have about 2.5 hours where you can use the promo code HOLIDAY at Beachfront Java for some coffee and tea from our own Professor Auntie Val and family. HOLIDAY, all capitals. Free shipping in the United States. Order from our own Professor Auntie Val. That would be greatly appreciated. That holiday promo code expires at midnight, January 1st. So tonight, 2.5 hours, it expires. So go over there and show some love. All right. Or actually, it's 1.5 hours. Now that I'm thinking about it. And yeah, it's 1.5 hours. Okay, $11.54 is TCPC, which nothing wrong with that. Ex-dividend date, well, the last one was September 14th. Special dividend was issued out December 14th of 25 cents per share. Current yield is 15.11%. BlackRock, they're Fed bank as far as I'm concerned. 15% return for a $11 stock. Is it 11? $11.65, and they're giving you $1.76 a year. What is that? Okay, just for everybody here, whenever you want to figure out your yield or your return rate, all you have to do is just take the stock price or the price of the property or the price of whatever it is, and then you divide the return, the NOI, the dividend. So in this case, the dividend is $1.76. So what I do is 1.76. That's our outcome. So if somebody tells you, hey, I have a multifamily real estate deal, my NOI is $100,000, I want $2 million. Well, you're going to divide 100,000 divided by 2 million. All right, that's going to be like 5%, I believe. But nonetheless, 1.76 is the dividend for the year, and we're going to divide that. If we went tomorrow, and let's just say it's $11.65. Oops. 1.76 divided by $11.65. This is our annual yield. 15.1%. So they weren't lying. And then you carry the 7 is above 5. So yeah, they can claim 15.11%. All right. That's the current yield if you buy the share price at $11.65. So here's where people get a little confused, because they may find out 2 months from now, 3 months from now, they go to invest, but they'll see something like, oh, it only gives out 14%. Well, this is because the stock price might have risen. So then you go 1.76, and let's just say it goes to $12.25. Oops. So you go 1.76 divided by $12.25. Now the yield is 14.3, just off of a simple 50 cents, 60 cents stock price. So any money you put in at this point, you would get 14.37%. So that's how you figure it out, ladies and gentlemen. All right. That's how you can determine if it's a good deal or not. Thank you so much, Brian P. Looks like TCPC has to be put into our little trick bag. That's right. Trick bags, ladies and gentlemen. ABR. Yeah, thank you for mentioning ABR, by the way. Another real estate investment trust. And also, in fact, let me make sure that's what it is. I don't want to give anybody any wrong info, because I think ABR is. I might even have some ABR. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure ABR is. Let's just go look. All right, let's just go look, because I can't. Yeah, Arbor Realty Trust. I just can't remember the name. ABR, it's dropping. Real estate say, Eric, I'm going to do 11.33%. And automatically I say JEPI. I'm just like, then let me go there and get my 10%. I don't really care about the 1% difference. I just care about stability. Because once you make profits, you want to keep stable income coming in. We're not trying to get 60, 70, 80%. We're trying to stay ahead of inflation, but 10% is pretty good, or 9.5. So this is 54.98. So yeah, it's going to be under 9% at this point. It's going to be like 9.5, I think, somewhere in there. JEPQ, let's see what they are. That's a little better as well. Let's see, 49. So yeah, that's going to be closer to, you might want to do JEPQ, because they give out about $5.25 dividends annually. So that's what you want to think about with JEPIs. But again, you'll stay over 10%. No high risk. ABR is a real estate investment trust, so they have high risk. Now, real estate investment trust, you can get in now because if you believe, like me, that the feds are going to cut the rate, that means it's positive for real estate. And that's what these real estate investment trusts need. So keep that in mind. TCPC. Oh, wait, I didn't write that down. Let me add this to the TCPC. Yeah, I don't have any TCPC. All right. Thank you very much, Brian P. And he's got okay, we're spreading things thin. He likes the R way. Oh, okay. Runway Growth Finance Corp. Once again, we're going to start moving sideways. Let's see. Yep, moving sideways. Dividends 12.68. I can't. It's once again in this genre, in this vein. I can't be mad at anybody saying I want to do any growth in finance company. I can't see it. I don't see how that's not going to work out. It should work out. So therefore, if you can get 12.68, the stock price will probably appreciate. It's at 12.62 and 13.91 52-week high. So it's less than $1. It's closer to the 52-week high than it is to the 52-week low. So that should give you an idea. So, and moving sideways at a 12.68% that you're going to reinvest is not all that bad. And speaking of that, let's go see what Oak Tree Capital is doing. No dividends. Interesting. Still nothing from them. Oh, well, their stock will just move the same accordingly. All right. Let's see here, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully that helps you out a little bit. That gets you in the game. This is what we have Money Making Monday for. This keeps you in the game. All right. Okay. Understood, Victor. I like it. I like it. I love it. I love it. The communication, it's serious here, ladies and gentlemen. If you have a question, you can ask them. There's no cost. We don't frown upon you. If you have a question, you need some help, ask it. Don't be shy. Auntie Val, sister, you're looking at any point for a brick and mortar for beachfront Java. Hey, Eric, I have 2 billion coins in Melody Memo. I don't know about this. Melody meme coin, cheap coin. Yeah, I'm not messing with any crypto, man. If it's the only names I hear is BTC and ETH, I have blinders. Everything else, I'm just going to miss out on any of these coins that come out, go up 1,000% and then drop back down. I don't want to have nothing to do with none of that. I'm only doing stable investment 2024. That's it. I'm not doing this high risk stuff, especially when it comes to crypto. All crypto to me is high risk unless it's Bitcoin or Ethereum. George's Charles, agree with Eric. I don't see myself closing anytime soon, especially because of the Galaxy details. This has been very frustrating for me. Just hope it doesn't happen to you. Victor Marrero, it's going to happen, man. I don't mean the 2 or 3 year delay, but what I mean is that we are on Cruise on Land. Well, first of all, Wave Garden, not going to happen. Atlanta, I don't think they're going to be on their timeline for the first phase. Larimar, all of them. I don't think they're going to be on time for their first phase. So that's pretty much in stone. So I feel it's in stone. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not counting on that. So what this means is what I mean by we're going to join you is I think we're going to add on another 9 right now. I think we're in 2026. Larimar, Cruise on Land, River Island, Atlanta, Wave Garden. I think it's 2025 because it's a smaller complex. But, I mean, what should I say? Actually, it won't be. I think that's going to be 2026 too. So we're talking about things are going to be 3 years out from, 2 years and some months now, 2 years, 9 months, 2 years, 11 months, whatever the case may be. That's what I think for a lot of projects. For first phase, not even second phase and all that. I just think first phase. Something drastically would have to change. I mean, drastically, like an extra 5,000 builders. I mean, workers to help build these projects. If that's what has to happen. There's no way you can be at Atlantida, Larimar, Cruise on Land, Wave Garden, and all the rest. Where are you going to get the crew from when the island is under siege from being built on all east, west, north, south locations? I just don't see it. You don't have an influx of workers like that. So where are they going to come from? They're going to have to finish up one project to go to another. It's the way I see it. So I just don't see it, man. I don't see it. All right. I think I read this one, especially because of Galaxy details. Yep. Just hope it doesn't happen to you. No, well, we're going to be delayed. I quite frankly think it's going to be like a 6 months minimum. We will see what happens, says Brian P. Well, we're going to see what happens. But when it comes to building, you can talk a good game, but if you know how building works, you know what you need to have done and how long it takes. So if somebody tells me I'm going to build 15-story buildings and they don't have a foundation down right now, how long is it going to take them to put a foundation down? 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. So if we say a foundation is going to be put down in June, that means in 1 year and a few months, if you're trying to be finished September of 2025, you're going to say 1 year, we're going to build 4 towers, 5 towers. We're going to have 5 towers up that are 15 floors, 16 floors high in 1 year and 3 months. It's not going to happen, man. And you still got pools to make. You still got, it's not going to happen. You would have to have your foundation down like this month, literally this month, next month. That's it. Once you get past February, there's no way you're building 16-story high buildings when you have no foundation. Not going to happen. You think you're going to build those in 1 year? There is no builder in the DR that has built 4 or 5 floors in 1 year with pools, with sports courts. Nobody's done that. So come on. I'm not going to go with some Superman coming in here telling me, oh, don't worry, it's all good, I got this. No, that's not how this works. You're not going to be putting in plumbing. You're not going to be putting in the electrical. You're not going to be putting in the air vents. You're not going to be able to do all this stuff and have 300 or 400 units per building that you're going to have to put in the drywall, put in closets, put in furniture packaging. Come on. Tile work. Sorry. Doesn't work like this, ladies and gentlemen. You don't have like 100 people working on one unit per day. It's more like 2, 3, 4 people. Come on. That's not how it works. All right. I'm just saying. Larimar might be lucky to finish the first phase before 2026 is out at this rate. Exactly. You're exactly right. You're exactly right. That's 2 years. 2 years from today is 2026. They're not going to complete this in 2020 January. So he's exactly right. So if they start in the end of January, there's no way they're going to be at the end of February 2026 that they're going to actually have the first phases done. It's not going to work. Can't happen. Now, there's one other reason why I'm very confident that's not going to happen is there's first of all, I know what's going to happen. These guys build structures. They don't do interior design. They build structures for Noval. Noval gets the structures done by Claire HP. That's Larimar guys. They go bye-bye. Noval has whoever subcontract, whatever they do, come in and complete their units and everything else. Larimar is claiming that they're going to do the whole thing. You know what they're going to do? Probably what Noval does. Where are you going to get these people? They already work on other projects. Let's get real. All right. Not going to happen. 2026. I agree with Mo. It's 2026. I love Larimar, but just calling it like I see it. Mo, as an investor, you always have to call it like you see it. Don't fool yourself into believing, you can't fool yourself as an investor. The numbers don't lie. When you go see something, that doesn't lie to you. All right. When you start doing numbers, when you start doing averages, when you start looking around the landscape, and that's what I go by. I just don't go by, hey, I don't think they'll do it or they will. I look at all of these projects over the last 3 years, 4 years that have been built. Nobody has built a project that had many amenities and everything in 2 years. Nobody. Zero people. Zero. So I'm supposed to believe Claire HP, who's never built their own project, is somehow magically going to do it in less than 2 years? Come on. We got Noval over here on the island for 25, 30 years. We have GS Prone. I don't know how to pronounce their name. Jessaprone or whatever. 30, 40 years as well. They can't do it because they don't have the equipment. They need people like a Claire HP to build their gray buildings, like the Wave Garden. So, again, they can't do it either. So all I'm saying is I'm not expecting Claire HP to magically all of a sudden be able to do something that nobody else can do, and this is their first project. And actually, I got to tell you, even if it wasn't their first project, they are not building this thing, the first phase, in 1.9 months. Not going to happen. 1.8 months at this point, because they still haven't cleared out any areas. So not going to happen. We're talking more like 2 years, 8 months, which is what Mo is saying. He'd be shocked at the end of 2026, which is very interesting because when I was doing my contract for the payment, I was trying to get extended at the time. I said, you know what? I already said at the beginning, I said, nobody's built in 2.5 years either. So why don't you guys just let me extend my payment plan for like an extra 2 or 3 months? And they were like, no, we're going to do it. I'm like, no, I don't think so, but okay. I already figured at the end of 2025, but after this delay, and they're talking about January, I'm with you, Mo. I'm calling it like I see it because this is the only way you guys will listen to me. I can't sit here and be rah-rah and tell you, oh, yeah, it's going to be finished November 2025 when I don't think so. I got to tell you like it is and reasons why, just what we do on every project. Even though I'm partial, I still have to tell it like it is so everybody understands, because I don't want to hear people saying, hey, Eric, it's not September 2025. Okay, a year ago, 6 months ago, even 3 months ago, we said, hey, if you guys are starting to build in November or December, then yeah, okay, I can see that. But when January rolls around and you still haven't done anything, and then no, that extra month to 2 months matters. So even their best case scenario, the soonest they're going to do something is February. And even then, that'd be a rush job. And that wouldn't be good for anybody as well. So have to call it like we know it. We know what's going to happen. 1/3 of the boardwalk, Prime Towers, Horizon View, I don't see it. Would be a miracle for the first phase. I agree. And you left out the sports complex, and you left out the 9-hole golf course. 9 holes of the 18-hole golf course supposed to be done. Yeah, you left out all that. And again, if things go according to what possibly they say, there could be a baseball field in there. Soccer field, baseball field, basketball courts, tennis courts, paddleball courts, pools, beach club, as you're saying, Horizon View 1, Prime Towers, 4 towers, 16 floors high. That's not possible. Nobody has done this. And the people that uses Claire HP to put in the gray work, they haven't done it. So when Noval has their Ocean Bay built, and part of it, the gray, the cement, is by Larimar, they're delayed. So I'm just saying, Larimar's not building the whole thing themselves. They have to get some subcontract. They're going to be subcontracting. Those people are now working on other projects that are getting delayed. So where are they going to get the workers from? Unless they have some work program that I don't know about, there is no way they can do this in 2 years or, 1 year, 8 months. Not doable. Not doable. So now we start looking like Mo and me are discussing. Now I start looking, okay, let's just say you're magic and you could do this in 24 months. Can't do it. I'm just going to say, you can't do it. You can't do it in 24 months. Now, if you say, Eric, we can do it in 30, okay, I might start believing you on the 30 part. But at this point, 30, that means the end of 2026. See where we're going, ladies and gentlemen? It's not that hard to figure out. So they can tell me anything, but we know what's happening. And there's some other things that's possibly happening as well. What can they do that after they promise certain amenities? Yeah, Vanessa Comagate, Primavera 2. Exactly. Exactly. This is why it just popped up. First of all, I am shocked that there's nobody on the internet talking about it. On YouTube, I mean. I shouldn't say internet, but on YouTube, I'm surprised people haven't made videos going, hey, I'm not getting the amenities that they promised me. And it says in the brochure, these areas, social areas, and they're not being included. What's going on? Well, they may have a lawsuit, quite frankly. Or they may be like me, give me my money back. I mean, I don't want the place. I don't really care. If I'm going to rent it out, if I'm going to do SSN lifestyle and people are staying there, I'm not down with a basketball court, a gazebo, barbecue grills, when in the complex you have a pool, a gazebo, barbecue grills, seating area inside the residences, the condo complex. So the other pools in the 3 other pools don't matter because we have a pool. But what does matter is if I have guests staying there, then guests say, hey, do you have the fitness? That all works in your favor on Airbnb or short-term rentals. Fitness center, especially a game room, especially if you have a 2-bedroom or larger and you have children coming with you or 18, 16 teenagers. You want a game room. As soon as you hear game room, you're like, oh, thank you. Kids have something to do. Basketball court, thank you. They have something to do. Tennis court, not so much, maybe. A lot of people don't play, but for all those families do, thank you. Tennis fitness center and a playground area, soccer field. You're thinking, thank you. Yes, we want to stay here with our family or friends. And when they take that away, where all they have is 3 pools outside of your complex and none of those things, it's like all you have is a basketball court. Come on, stop. Okay, most people on vacation, probably not many people play basketball when they're on vacation. Just call it what it is. Nor tennis. But it's the totality. If I have basketball, tennis, game room, fitness center, and I have people with me or children of over 8 years old, 10 years old, they have a place, not just sitting there going, twiddling their thumbs. We went to the pool. We're done with the pool. Now what? Because most kids, they'll be like, oh, we're going to the fitness. We're going to the game room. We can play some ping pong, tennis, whatever else they have in their lounge. And there's a pool right beside it. So we'll maybe take our swim trunks in case we want to go to the pool over there. And then they find out when they're in the game room, some other kids are there and they say, hey, let's go play basketball. That happens. So now they're going to the basketball court. They meet new people. That is what happens. But having none of that, and you're sitting there with a pool and gazebo and barbecue grill, and now what? What are the kids going to do then? Even adults, what are you going to do? You're going to be like, okay, this is nice, but you're not going to sit here for 5, 6, 7 days just going to the pool downstairs or walking around to the pool in the complex. You're going to be looking for other things to do. So all I'm saying is, for me, not cool. That means lawsuits, basically, is what that means. I expect P4 ready end of the year. P4, once again, George's Charles, you're optimistic. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, they have your unit ready at the end of the year. So let's just say they keep doing what they're doing, right? They haven't done anything with the clubhouse, that restaurant bar area that they're supposed to have, right? They just had a New Year's party. They put the tent thing back up. All right. There's no movement on that clubhouse with the restaurant and bar. That is not going to be done in a year, I don't think. Now, I hope they don't make it of wood. So I'm not thinking that they're going to make it of wood. At least I hope not. So all I'm trying to say is 12 months. Are they going to finish a restaurant and bar by the man-made beach? Are they going to add the soccer field and the basketball court and the children's playground area by January of 2025? Okay, because if you're finished and all they have is the man-made beach in its present form, okay, it's beautiful. This is true. But now you're going to be just like what I'm talking about at Primavera 2, because now once you have a pool in the backyard, so the man-made beach doesn't have that much cachet if there is no restaurant and bar over there, and it's just a sitting area. Yeah, the first day or two, it'll be cool, the man-made beach, but I can swim in the backyard. Okay, I'll go over there and swim. We'll do whatever. But now what? No restaurant, no bars, no basketball court, no soccer fields, no nothing else. You're going to be just like everybody else, sitting there twiddling your thumbs. But yes, you'll be able to rent, though, because you have the man-made beach. That's a big draw. But if they don't have the amenities there and they don't have the shopping center right out front, you're kind of going to be like at Rock, where you have a beach and you have no commercial zones. Kind of like that. That's not going to be a good look. And then if they do what they did in P2, I hope they don't. If they say, oh, yeah, well, we're not going to put those in. Now we're talking about a residential neighborhood with no amenities inside other than a man-made beach. And you have a pool in the backyard. That's why this got me a little riled up when I found out they're just like, oh, yeah, we're not going to include that stuff. And I'm just like, it's in your brochure. What are you talking about? You're not going to include it. And everybody, I don't think, knows that in P2 because they're still building in P2, Primavera 2. So a lot of people are probably like I was thinking. That's why I was asking. I went over there and I'm like, wait, this thing seems almost done. From what I remember from the master plan, I was like, where's that other pool at? Where's the tennis court or basketball court? And where's the game room and fitness center? How far is it from this location? It's not here. And so then when I finally got message, because they didn't tell me for over a month, 3 months, I was trying to get the answer. Then finally they coughed it up and said, oh, well, we're not including those. I'm like, what do you mean? This still blows me away. Still blows me away. And then I realized brochure, January 2021 has all this stuff in there. So that blows me away. So yeah, I'll be making a video about it. We'll see what happens. But P3 right now, I'd be on the watch. I'd be on the watch because the man-made beach, which is like at Vista Cana, is cool. But just like at Vista Cana, the man-made beach needs more. So they have their own little, that little cafe restaurant, and now they have the beach club next door. So they added all that. So that beach club with restaurant, cigar lounge, that has enhanced fitness center. The fitness center's there. I mean, they have the bikes in there and everything. So that's there, right by the beach club. It's there. The kids' small pool, there. The other pool there is there. People are in there swimming. So they're now, when people come stay there in 2024, that's going to be on the Airbnb reviews. They're going to say, hey, we stayed there. There's restaurants. There's a fitness center. There's a beach, a pool. There's an island out there. They're going to be talking about that. And that's going to be pretty good for renters there. And Panorama Lake, as far as I know, inside Vista Cana still hasn't opened. I'm going to say something a lot of people don't realize. They had their building, well, I shouldn't say all of them. They had like 10 of their buildings done in March, April of 2022. They have taken a year and about 8-9 months to get to where they're putting furnitures and allowing people to put their furniture package in. And I don't know when they're officially going to open it. But that just gives you how long after they built the gray, which is the cement, how long it's taken to get everything else. And they have somebody there right now at their front desk. So they might be releasing, allowing people to move there in this month or next month. It's sometime soon. Because people have, one badass place was furnished there. So if they have a furniture package, that means it's ready. So they could have people starting to stay there like right now. But it took them 1 year, 9 months after they built the cement. So I'm just saying. So when somebody says, oh, we got this in 2 years, I'm like, no, you don't have it. I'm not excited. Yeah, George's Charles, I know. You're excited, man. Come on. Your unit is special. George's Charles has a special unit inside P4. Hardly anybody's going to have it. Why? Because you have to upgrade until they actually made units that was close to his. But even those units aren't exactly like his unit. So he has something that's a little unique, which makes it kind of cool. At Vanessa, every month they don't break ground. There's another month pushed back. Exactly, Mo Better. Exactly. I'm excited. Yeah, I knew you meant you were excited. I know you are, man. Your unit's probably going to be done. I don't even know if it'll be done this year, but January, February, the latest next year. So I would start looking at Primavera 4. We will see. We will see what happens. When you consider hurricane seeding, there you go. Proof of material going up. And God forbid if we have a COVID part 2. There we go. Wow, not cool at all. But thank God you guys have lawyers just in case. Yeah, with me, it's a little bit different. I always had a little love-hate with P2. But the fact of the matter is, now I got no love. Now I got no love. Yeah, don't have any love. Yeah, don't look good. Exactly, Mo. It's not looking good. We just got to bring the facts, man. Just have to bring the facts. Yeah, so, yeah, all them guys love me until I start talking about them. And that's the facts. Yeah, the guys at Primavera ain't going to love me no more. Who's expecting projects this year? Nobody. No, I shouldn't say nobody. Mr. and Mrs. Cool. Well, actually, they're not getting theirs either, I don't think. Because they told them, I think it was December, was it 2024 or 2025? No, they got moved back to 2025. So they're not getting theirs delivered. George, you think you're getting yours delivered this year? I thought it was January or February 2025. That's what I thought. Let's see. Who's getting theirs delivered? There's Jaway J, I think, has a delivery this year, but that's at Las Risapal. There's some things inside Vista Cana, some of those townhome and villa projects, which have no amenities there. You have to walk to your amenities, and that's weird. I'm trying to think. There's if you like the what is it? Blue Marlin? Was it Blue Marlin? Blue Marlin developer. If you own in theirs, but those are condo units with a pool. So most people, I'm not a big fan of condos with just pools unless it's in the right location. El Cortocito, you can get away with it. But if you're not by downtown or near an area that has a lot of a little commercial zone, then you're in the middle of nowhere. So that's not good. Who's expecting projects? Yeah, Let me know who is expecting projects this year. I thought I was going to be having a project this year at Vanessa. To be fair, most projects usually don't complete on time, maybe a 2 to 3 months late, but nothing too crazy. But the break ground month keeps being pushed back for the last 4 to 5 months now. It's not frustrating, Mo. It's part of pre-construction. The only reason it's frustrating is because they're not telling us something. That's why. Victor, been waiting on Galaxy as well. It can be frustrating. Yeah, exactly. Well, Victor's in a unique situation because he's been waiting more than 2 years. I think big projects with towers take time, but villas are easy to build. Villas are way easier. But again, they're going to take, what did they ever say? I thought it was 14 months for the villas. But again, you'll be able to tell about Primavera because they have models across from the lake. Those models, they started before we arrived in November. So it's already been 2 months. So you're going to get an idea about those models and when they finish them, whether it takes 10 months, 12 months, or 14 months, that'll give you an idea. So whenever they break ground for your unit, George, then you'll be able to figure out, which I think, like I said, if they broken ground right now in January, the way your unit would have to be done is they would have had to break ground like in November when you were there in order to be done in December 2025. Unless they're, I mean, that's the way I look at it. I don't think they're building these things in like under 12 months. So if they haven't started right now, then I don't think there's going to be delivery in December 2025. George's facts. So we'll see. Mo better facts. It will work out in the long game. That's how investing works sometimes. Yep, investing's always the long game. As long as you don't have the price increase to go with it. See, that's the one thing at Larimar that is different than all the rest of the projects, which is major in my eyes because we get away with no price increase. So it matters when it's delivered. But if they're 6 months late, even a year later, we still bought at that price in 2022 price, right? 2023 price. We have that price locked. That's the beauty of this. The other projects, you go another year, all of a sudden they're looking at the ICDV. They're going by, hey, the central bank said inflation was X amount. Now we're going to charge you an extra 3%. That's where we're going with this. Or like Victor Morel, we got to make a deal. Vanessa, of course, exactly. We got to make a deal. We'll make a deal, right? Since you've been so patient, we'll make a deal with you. Consider Primavera 4. Yeah, well, I'll consider P4 once I understand. Gee, George, I like P4. I wish they had Comfort Tour. Mo better. You can forget it, man. Look, the Comfort Tour isn't major. 3%. So, I mean, 200,000, $6,000. 300,000, $9,000 at closing. $9,000 starts getting in my head, right? 10 grand, anything close to 10 grand for closing, that starts getting me, right? I don't like hearing that number. So that's where the non-Comfort Tour properties come into play. When you start getting into 350,000, 400,000 and no Comfort Tour, like right now at Larimar, no Comfort Tour. I don't know if Cruise on Land has it. They might. In fact, I think they do have Comfort Tour, but Cruise on Larimar would be in the same boat. They don't have Comfort Tour. So again, you buy something at 150,000, you got to pay 3%. I mean, you know, that's, what is that? 3% is, well, it's 3,000, 4,500. Well, 4,200, 4,100, something like that has to be paid at closing with no Comfort Tour because you're going to pay 3%. So just saying, that's the cost of doing business. But here's the thing. The Larimar is different. They're the only ones that I know of. So I can only apply this to them. I love the fact that whatever price you pay right now, it's locked. So if they tell you bought something for 200,000 and they say it's going to cost you $6,000 more, that beats them telling you that it's going to cost you 3% more of what you bought or the balance that you have each year. So for me, I'll take the 3% hit one time, not every year. So there's different ways you can do it. So that's why I don't mind it. If you bought something for 200,000 and you got to pay 206, 2.5, 3 years later, and that value means that it appreciated, let's just say 100,000 to 300,000, you're not going to be that mad. If it appreciated to 350,000, you're not going to be that mad. You're just going to be like, okay, I'll just pay the 6 because it's 206 now and it's worth 350. So, and now I'm in the books, so it's up for sale on Airbnb or rental for Airbnb. So we're there, we're gone. So that's just the way it is. But it's still a great project. Mo Better, we'll find out how great of a project it is, because I would keep my eye on Primavera. After what they've done at P2, I have to be like skeptical when they're telling me these are going to be some of the amenities now. Now I don't trust them. I'm like, I'm not trusting you on the amenities now. You've already had the brochures in P4 clearly says this is what's going to be there. Now, what's not clear is the restaurant and bar. That's not clear, right? So they're acting like what restaurant? They're not doing anything. We've been gone for 2 months. And like I said, they just had another party there and they put the tent up. They're not putting in a building after 2 months thinking, okay, at the end of next year or midway through the year, we're going to have the structure up. And I don't see them. Okay, let's put things in perspective. If you don't know about building, is fine. Go find out about building or putting in a restaurant and bar. Now, we know we need grease traps. So you just can't leave dirt sitting here. You have to start doing something. Infrastructure for a restaurant means we need grease traps. So I should start seeing somebody building grease traps on that little man-made beach if we're going to have restaurants there. Now, if you say we're going to go toxic and pour oil all over the ground, then that's a whole nother issue. But all I'm saying is we should be seeing infrastructure for a restaurant and bar and beach club atmosphere if that's what you want to do. I shouldn't be sitting here 2-3 months later seeing dirt still. If it was going to be built this year in 2024. So if we're talking about 2025 for George's unit, that's probably right, because I think he put 2025. I don't know if he meant 2024. So the same rules apply. If I don't see pipes in the ground, foundations in the ground right now, then I'm not expecting something in 2024. That's all I'm saying. I don't see how that works unless I got the crew to do it. But it's still a great project. Well, we'll see. We will see. We will see. Mo, right now, I'd rather have a project ready, comfort or not, than waiting for a comfort project still not ready. I agree with that as well. It's not worth the wait. 3%. You're giving up 3%, but we're talking about you could potentially be making 15 to 20%. So you're not going to care about the 3 based on your number. So we'll go with $300,000, $9,000 that you have to pay to close it. Once you close it, you could be talking about bringing in, let me do some numbers, 50,000. I'll just use a simple number. Fit that number, 50,000 divided by 300,000. Let's see what that is. 16.6%. So you're not going to care if you collect 17%, 16.7%, and you had to give up 3%. You're not going to care. You're going to be like, that's 50 G's. You got back your 9 G's after 3 months or something. 2 months. 2 months. Two months roughly. You get back your 9 G's, let's say 2 or 3 months. So is it really worth it not to go based on Confiture? When you start getting to 500,000, which nobody's probably going to be buying one of those, that's 15 G's, and even 15 G's isn't bad, because if you bought something for 500 and it's worth 700, 750, you're not going to care about 15 G's. I need to make money now. Exactly, George's Charles. That's why I was kind of happy about the situation that was going down with P2. When I was like, oh, this is going to be good. We got delivery coming up. It's going to be 2024. We can start having that revenue coming in. And sure, it would have only been about probably 24 grand, but hey, 24 grand going towards the assets, paying for other assets. Beautiful. Beautiful. You are welcome. Thank you again, man. I'll check the email in a second. I don't think a single project in DR will close on the target date. Exactly. Unlike us here in the U.S., there are too many variables affecting that. Weather, manpower, holidays, arrival of materials, inspections, etc. I agree with you, Victor Morel. That's why I'm saying. That's why the conclusion is cruise on. All the guys that said they're going to deliver September 2025, the cruise on lands, the Atlantida, Wave Gardens, all of them are not delivering on their time schedule. Not going to happen. I can already see it. There's nobody that's built in 2 years. So whoever thinks that they're going to break ground, build their units, have amenities, and it's going to be by 2025, I'm miffed. Again, I'm going to keep saying it. I don't think it's going to happen. That Victor, that's correct. I don't expect them to be on time. But when it gets to the point where a project is almost 6 months behind for merely breaking ground, that's definitely not a good sign. Exactly. Yep. Yep. That's agreeable. 2 or 3 months behind, I can understand. Exactly. So when they're in November and they say we're going to break ground in December, cool. We're in December, they're going to break ground in January. That's 2 or 3 more months. Can't be done by September 2025. Sorry, not going to happen. Victor, I expect my Primavera Villa ready end of year. So you are expecting it December 2025. Just in time for prime time. I must admit, I've had success in the financial industry and beauty now. Yes, exactly. The seamless genius making things happen. Villas are different. Yeah, that's true. They are different. But now my point again, knowing what they did at P2, now is it the same? If all of a sudden you woke up at the end of this year and your units delivered, and you wake up and you're like, hey guys, how come you're not building that clubhouse with the restaurant and stuff? Where's that at? And then you say, hey, but yeah, and where's the soccer field and the basketball court? And all of a sudden they say, hey, we're not going to do it. Do you still just want to rock with the man-made beach? That's all I'm trying to say. Think about it. I mean, that's why now, before I never had that thought, because they've always done what they've said on their P1, P2, which was spring 1, spring. Their name is really spring 1, spring 2, spring 3, but they're calling them Primavera 1, 2, 3, 4 luxury. But anyhow, I never had any reason to doubt anything because they have 3 pools, basketball court, gazebo, barbecue grills right now. So I had no doubt that they wouldn't put in what they said they were going to put in until now. So now, if anybody's going to mess with Primavera, now it's like, wait a minute. I don't know if you guys are going to put these amenities in. So I don't want just a man-made beach. I want to make sure these other amenities are there because that's a whole nother thing. Larimar, bring complete before the end of 2026 for the first phase will be a miracle of district. Yeah. Yep. I agree. So just so we have our expectations, let's just say for the sake of argument, Larimar starts groundbreaking April 2024. That is about their cutoff if they want to complete the thing, in my opinion, by 2026, their first phase. And the problem is the second phase, the Paradise Towers and the Breeze Towers are supposed to be done like June of 2026. So that means all of them gets pushed back. And that means another man-made beach is supposed to be added by like June of 2026. So now what? Now you're supposed to have another piece of the boardwalk done, another man-made beach, a restaurant, bar, and some other areas, retail areas, basketball courts, tennis courts, and you're supposed to have the sports complex done, and the 9-hole golf courses. And come on. So it snowballs, and there's just no way. So, yeah, they would have to break ground by, well, first of all, breaking ground is one thing. What I mean is they got to have their foundations down by April if they think they're going to be completed in 2026. In my opinion, that's 2 years and a few months gets them into 2026, and that whether it's going to be August, September, could be. But at this rate, they're well behind. And by the way, I saw Wave Garden, which, yeah, I got to talk to these guys because I'm like irritated myself. And Mo Better Mar is now at 16.99% late trading. Price is 27.48. I think this company will explode in 2021. I tried to buy it at 23, but it got away. Oh my, $4 in just a few days? That's crazy. At Victor, there'll be another dip with Mar. Be patient. I know the stock very well. Exactly. Well, I don't know. See, this is the problem. Crypto, if it goes on a bull run, Mara's not coming down. It might not be a big dip, but you will be able to get it at 23. That's a big difference. 1207. 1207, 1207. I don't know what that. Oh, $12.07. Okay, got you. Set up a price target to buy it at 23. Yeah, share. Okay. There we go. Share. All right, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you smash that like button. We're not going to go on and on and on because we got into some real estate investing. This is real estate we're talking about in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, and Dominican Republic generally. All right. So just so you guys know, that's what's been happening all over the place. Not only do you need workers, the workers will need the skills. Exactly, Joe Nay. That's exactly right. You just can't bring in 2,000 people who don't know what they're doing. At Mo Better, good point. There we go. Sorry, lost internet. No problem. I got booted for a second. We started talking about stocks, and as usual, booted out. Sorry, lost internet for a bit. Yes, Vanessa, storefront is a future goal. Okay, let's see what we got. Eric, P4 has a lot of amenities. They hooked the beach, my villa next. I will have open house, guys, for the SSN family. Yes, George's Charles. Again, just to be clear, man. Again, this is major for everybody dealing with Primavera properties. If they have a brochure and they talk about amenities, and then after they start building it out, and it's going to be after your villa's built, because they're not going to finish all the amenities, and it's another year later, and then you go and ask them, hey, man, this basketball court, the soccer field, the other swimming pools throughout or whatever else they had planned, and they didn't do all of the amenities, you'd be like, hey, man, what's happening? And if they told you, we're not going to do these other amenities, even though they're in this brochure up on our sale, I don't think you would be sitting out. You wouldn't be happy. I guarantee you, you'd be thinking, oh, my God, wait, no basketball courts, none of these amenities you're telling me, but all we have is the man-made beach and no restaurant and bar or nothing else. I don't think you're going to sit there and be like, yeah, we're all good. You're going to be upset because you're going to be thinking, man, I was going to market this to my guests. So now all I can tell them is all I have is a man-made beach. You wouldn't be too happy. And you're not going to be happy about having 3 pools sitting out there either, because you're going to be like, hey, man, we have the man-made beach. I have a pool in my backyard. Who cares about 3 pools? You're not going to be happy. You're going to be sitting there like, who cares about that, man? That's not a thing. So all I'm saying, until they prove otherwise with P4 and luxury doesn't really even have any amenities. But until they prove that they're actually going to be putting amenities in at this point, P4 is like on cautionary situation after what they're done to people in P2. So I'm not happy, period. I'll be making a video about it this week, along with some other videos, because people have contacted me Eric, P4 has a lot. I don't know what. In fact, we do know what the amenities are for P4, but that's why I'm after what's happened now. They're sending messages talking about delivery December 2023. Now we're past that. We don't have our titles yet, and I'm like, well, then there's no delivery if you don't have titles. And what's up with the inspection? I'm like, this is half-assed. And then when I find out there's no amenities, the amenities are missing. I'm just like, hold up a second. I'm not happy at all. Curtis Davis is in the house. Happy New Year with the icon next to his name. Mr. Financial is here. And welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. And he brings his tagline, good evening, SSN family. Always be making money is what ABMM means. And Mr. Financial in this YouTube street here in the SSN Nation. But true to his SSN Nation roots, he helps people out. Part of the no guru zone. He gives updates with financial news and updates and information throughout the day, evening, and night. Live at Chili Davis with 2 L's. Oh, they're blocking Davis with 2 L's. Go over there, show some love, please. Subscribe to his channel, click the all notification bell, watch some of his videos, and make sure you pay attention because some things he gives updates throughout the day on stock movements and all kind of information. You just never know. So thank you so much for being in the house, man. I appreciate it. All right, George, I can't wait to Christian it. Hey, George, I'm excited for you too, bro. P4, can't wait to see when it's finished. Yeah, P4. I was trying to see his unit model. Somebody bought one in P2, similar, not entirely, but it's similar to his. And it doesn't, I don't think it had the pool in the back, but I wanted to see it in person too, because I think it's one of the coolest units. Mo, get on that P4 next SSN meeting. Yeah, Kiri's should be on this month for P4. I'll check them out. All right. It's just that when I found out about that, I'm just like, wait, do I want to talk about them? Have people on from P4 or P anything, because now I don't know if they're going to deliver amenities. Auntie Val, very cool. Adding unique desserts can bring people in as well. There we go. Giving some little bit of advice. I love it. That's what we do here, ladies and gentlemen. All I can say is to be prepared for potential adjustments to the amenities. They may not be significant, but it can happen. We had minor adjustments even at Margaritaville. Well, Victor Marrero, all I got to tell you is, I'm going to tell you right now, if Margaritaville would have said, we have tennis courts, fitness centers, and soccer fields and game rooms, and then after you got your unit, you had none of those, I don't think, I guarantee you would have been going to the HOA meeting going, hey, man, what's up? All we have is a pool. Seriously? A basketball court? Really? What's up with the rest of the stuff? We're not having it. Adjustment's one thing. Elimination entirely is another. And having only pools and a basketball court, that's no bueno under any circumstance. As far as my Airbnb rentals, I don't, in fact, you don't even need to give me the basketball court. The basketball court is like whatever. Tennis court, that's even like kind of whatever, but the fact you have those as combinations, those are good. Because you can play paddleball court on the tennis court. You can always turn the basketball court into soccer. Also put nets at each end. I mean, you can do things on the basketball courts and tennis courts. So they're not just that. So those amenities, they're cool to have in itself, but fitness center and game room and pool, those are the 3 things for when you have 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, even 1 bedrooms. Why do you think hotels put fitness? Remember, hotels used to not have fitness centers. Why do you think hotels put in fitness centers? It wasn't because nobody uses them. It was an added amenity. Those are major. If basketball courts and tennis courts were major, then all hotels and hospitality places would put those in. Those are bonuses, which you like. I like bonuses. But if you say you're going to have them and then a person buys and then all of a sudden you take out 3, 4 amenities, that's crazy. 1 amenity, okay. 4 amenities, not okay. Especially a fitness center and a game room for me in a residential neighborhood with families, because you're selling villas and you're selling 2-bedroom, potentially 3-bedroom condo units. So to me, you take out family stuff like fitness centers, game rooms, paddleball courts, tennis courts, basketball courts, barbecue areas, extra pool, which is cool, but still, you take those things away, that takes away from what a person who's doing short-term rental is going to do. If I lived there, well, I'd still care about the fitness center and game room not being there. I mean, let's call it what it is. So that's the way I look at it. I just don't like it. It's not how it should be done. If you weren't going to put those in, then you should have let people know before they bought. After they buy it and then tell them, and you give no compensation, is crazy. At George's Charles, have you seen any progress videos? How many units are there? I don't know. Way ahead of you, sis. Exactly. Professor Auntie Val and family, they know business, but I love it. Any suggestions are always appreciated. Auntie Val, glad to hear it, Professor. Exactly. Showing nothing but love. This is what we do here, ladies and gentlemen. We have that inter-chat talk. I love it. Auntie Val, you have to make Beachfront Java a household name. Exactly. The big time goal is to get that name out there, recognition. I love it. Exactly. All right. Well, see, that's where it starts with us, ladies and gentlemen. We can help out. That's why you tell your friends and family. Beachfront Java, our own Professor Auntie Val, at Stop Struggling Now. It's SSN Nation. She's out here starting her business. Let's go show some love. How can you upscale profits? It's 2024 is here, ladies and gentlemen. What's your financial plans? Your millionaire mindset kicking in yet? Don't worry. You can come along for the ride. We'll have a few of this millionaire mindset that you can think about. InstaVid AI, we started that opportunity. Check out, search the channel for the videos. You'll see Oscar and me on some of the thumbnails. Go check it out. InstaVidAI.com. If you want to get in touch with Oscar, it's info@InstaVidAI.com. And send him in the text of the subject line, SSN Nation. He will then talk. You can talk with him about an opportunity that you can invest. I hear some noise going on out here, ladies and gentlemen, but it looks like they're doing some road work. But nonetheless, now smash the like button. And if you like what we're talking about, please subscribe to the channel and click the all notification bell. Down below at the very bottom of the description box, please scroll through. You might like somebody's doing social media. You might like Canva. All right. You might like Fiverr, where people can help you out and get things done in 24 to 48 hours. You might like the Opus virtual office, where you're saying, man, I'm thinking about getting my LLC. It's January 1st. Beneficial owners, that's a form and process that you must fill out. Everybody that has an LLC, beneficial owners. All right. BOI. Everybody has to fill those out with FinCEN, FINCEN. So you can go to their website, FINCEN.com. If you started your LLC in 2025, you have 90 or 2024. Sorry. If you start your LLC in 2024, then you have to file within 90 days. If you already have an LLC that you started before December 31st, 2023, then you have up to 1 year to file your BOI. In 2025, if you start an LLC or corporation, this applies to corporations. This applies to anything that you file with the Secretary of State. Partnership, corporation, C Corp, even if you filed a trust, you would have to file this BOI report. Now, in 2025, they're only going to give you 30 days for new LLCs, corporations, S corps, whatever, limited partnerships, whatever, all of that. In 2025, you're going to have 30 days. The fines, $500 a day. What information? Your residential and ID, first and last name, who owns 25% or more of the company. Hey, they want to be able to get you if you start doing shenanigans. All right. So, hey, they don't put that public, so that's good. But government wants it. They want it. They're getting it. Otherwise, you can't do business, or, well, you're not going to be able to absorb $500 per day fines up to $10,000. So some people would be like, it's $10,000. But who's going to say no big deal on 10 G's, especially when you're a small business owner, let alone $500 per day as a penalty and subject to jail if you get too crazy. So I'm just saying. So now they're eliminating a lot of people being in business because a lot of people don't want to give up their address and ID. Yeah, you're going to have to send in your ID. That's right. Legal ID. It won't be no student ID. That's for sure. Driver's license, passports. So you're not going to be able to just finagle your way out of stuff. So they're going to get everything. It's anti-money laundering. They're doing a hell of a job. I'm not mad at them. All right. So it's the way you got to do it. If you're going to be in business, you're probably going to need an accountant in the future, unless they simplify the tax code. You're going to need an accountant, period. You should have one now because things are like moving so fast for your business and personal. There's things that are being raised up. Tax limits are being raised up that you may or may not know about. There's the BOI for businesses. There's a lot of people who still don't know about that. They're going to get jacked this year when after 90 days they didn't file. Yes, there'll probably be some leniency, but there's in some cases they're not going to be lenient. And people are going to be like, I didn't know I had to file. They're going to say you're 30 days late. Well, you owe us up to 10 G's. So I'm just saying this is going to get crazy. Real crazy, real fast. So I don't know what to tell you, but you're going to need an accountant. You're going to have to be in business for real. You're going to have some expert, or you're going to have to study and be the accountant or expert, because otherwise you're going to have to pay somebody to handle this. All right. So 2024 is SSN Nation Takeover. Come along for the ride. If you don't know how to do things, you can use Canva. I highly recommend, if you want to do social media and you need to put out thumbnails on YouTube or do something on Facebook channels and do all this kind of things, put stuff out on TikTok, Instagram, then you need to get Canva. It's free version, and then they have a paid version. So get it. And why not? You can save money instead of paying somebody on Fiverr if you can figure out how to use it, which is pretty simple. So there's lots of things down below in the description box, but the one at the very bottom, signing up for the newsletter, I'd greatly appreciate you sign up, because since YouTube only sends out roughly 5%, something like that. It's not even 5%, I don't think. 5% of notifications out of all the thousands of subscribers we have. So people don't even know I've been doing videos because they don't get any notifications. They might get a notification one time after 5-6 months, and they can send me an email going, hey, how come you didn't send anything out? I'm like, well, I do. When I do any video, I send an email. So you got to sign up on the email list. They're like, yeah, but I don't get any notification from YouTube. I'm like, man, join the party. I don't get notification from YouTube either. Although on email, they started sending me notifications, but I'm like, what good does that do me? I'm online. I'm not usually in my email. But the pop-up on the apps for YouTube and things like that, I don't even get that for my own channels. So it makes it very, very interesting, right? I get an email though. So that's about the extent of the notifications. Here we go. Fajita, welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. Very nice to see you once again. You're on my notification bell. Thank you so much, Fajita. Let me know, have you been receiving your notifications? Did you get one tonight? Did you get one tonight? Because only about 5 people have said they received a notification and saw the trailer tonight. So let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Very nice to see you in 2024, man. I appreciate the support. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I think I'm going to wrap it up tonight. I'll see you guys on Wednesday night. Okay. I wasn't able to join the party for the cash flow NFT. They actually did it on Saturday, but I had my dad's wife's birthday was on Saturday, so that's why I wasn't on it to record it. And then on the January 13th, it's going to be another 4 people are going to be on the call that has information about Cashflow NFT, Boogie Gopher Club, and all that. Some people that work there is all going to be on. We're going to be on a live stream apparently and talk about it, because a lot of people are Johnny come latelys. They just know what's happened in the last year. They don't know what they were promising past like March or April of 2023. They don't know anything about what was supposed to happen. So all this other stuff that's happened, they're just like, oh yeah, they're telling us it's that. I'm like, no, they're telling us that same similar stuff before last year. So they don't know nothing about it. So that's why enlightening a lot of people. They'll be like, oh my God. So anyhow, please join us for that. That's going to be January 13th. I don't know what channel yet, but we will see. And I don't know if I'll be able to, I probably will be able to live stream it, but I'm actually going to probably be on there. They use Zoom. So if I do that, I'll be on the Zoom call, but I'll actually run it on my channel as well, probably. I'll figure out a way to make it happen. So stay tuned for that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Wednesday night live stream is still in 2024 open to members only to be in the chat room. Everybody can watch. Everybody can listen. But on Wednesday night, only members with the icon can be in the chat room. It's that simple. Nothing changes in 2024. Members with the icon, they can join me on any screen. Why? Because under the members tab on YouTube, they get the link to come in the live stream. You can do the emojis by turning off your camera like this. You simply stop your camera and this right here happens. So you can actually put in a picture or whatever you want to do, but I don't have one. And in fact, I need to add one. I know which one I'm going to add. I know what I'm going to add. Check this out. Did anybody see the SSN Nation 2024? The little logo? Anybody see one of those? Let me see. I think I got, is it this one? No, which one is it? Oh, okay, I want this one. Wonder if it'll work. Oh, looks like it works. Here we go. This is it. Okay, let's see if it, there it is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, SSN Nation, there we are. Okay, so now that's my emoji, or yeah, that's my avatar for when I am turning off my camera. So you can put any picture you want up there. I kind of like that too. In fact, I might make that the logo. Well, no, it's too big. That's not going to work, is it? No, won't work. So that's pretty cool, right? I like it. Not bad. Let's see here. I have one last thing that's missing. I see now there's something missing here. So I'm going to change. 2024 means a change. So you'll start seeing some branded info changing up. And again, I think I'm going to do something with that. I kind of like it. Let me know what you guys think. This was the Happy New Year SSN Lifestyle. I like it. It's speaking of this, I made this right here is with AI. Oh, Bing.com. You got to be on your Microsoft account. Bing.com. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull this up. You get 15 choices and you get to write in. Is it image creator or was it creator? What was it? Bing.com creator. I don't know if that's it or not. I'm going to go find out, but that's not it. It's Bing. Okay. Bing.com. Was it AI? No, it's not AI. It was create. It doesn't matter what it was. It was at Bing.com and it's AI, so you can probably Google it or something. I just can't remember the exact link to it, but that's how it was created. They give you 15 free ways to do different. You can type in, like I put in abstract for a sign like SSN Nation. Had to tweak it a lot, but it's like write, and it will write in the images. So if you said I want a red fire truck in the snow under the stars, it would probably be able to do it. All right. So that's what you can do with it and get the images. And you have 15 of them that you can do, up to 15 for free. After the 15, then it turns into you've utilized your free, kind of get to figure out how to use it. And then after that, yeah, I don't see it. I don't know where it is. Bing AI, image creator. Yeah, there we go. Free, Bing AI, image creator, free. Here, I'm going to put in the chat room if it comes up, because I think I can't remember what it was. Bing.com images. Oh, that's why. It was images, then create. Okay, that's why I didn't pull it up. Yes, that's it. I think this is it, but that's not quite the link. Oh, yeah, that's it. That is it. Okay, here it is, ladies and gentlemen. You want to get in on this AI where you can text in what you want? This is what the AI actually created for me. One of my 15. I was messing around with it, and it would never do anything clean for me because I was saying make a sign, SSN Nation, and when it would do the sign part, it doesn't understand the sign exactly. So I'm just saying. All right. Okay. Yes, I did. Yes, you're one of the 5. Thank you so much, Professor Auntie Val. On X. Thank you so much. I love it. I love it. That's right. We're on X, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, nice. Thank you so much, Vanessa Comagate. Yeah. The tool I put in the chat room, bing.com /images /create. Bing.com /images with an S /create. That's where you go, ladies and gentlemen. This is what AI produced. Abstract, sign, SSN Nation with the, I think I put in moon and stars or something like that, and it produced this. I was like, oh, that's impressive. That's impressive. In fact, hold on. You know what's impressive? I have some more images that you guys are going to be privy to. Let me go look and see. Oh, I have another one that hasn't been released yet, so I can't show you that one. But let's see here. Where is it? Where is all this stuff at? Is it under screenshots? I think it's screenshots or downloads. Of course. On demand. Can't find it. Screen. Maybe this is up. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Here goes a few. Here goes a few different ones. Remember? Oh, didn't have the camera up. Hold on a second. Let's go. Let's go here. Coach Tony, welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. Very nice to see you in the house. Happy New Year's, everyone. Happy New Year's to you as well. Thank you so much for being in the house. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Check this out. Look at these. Pretty wild, right? See the spelling? Even though I put SSN Nation, it made these weird like wordings. And so I started messing around with moon and atmosphere and stars. And that's how I got the SSN Nation. So that's generally, I was messing around with a lot of stuff. In fact, there's some that I like. Check this out. Look at these. How cool, right? All by AI, by typing in what you wanted, even though it didn't come in like I wanted. But hey, I was experimenting. They give you up to 15 that you can try out and get a feel of how it works. Then they want you to pay. But nonetheless, that's pretty cool. I have to admit. Very, very cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you so much for being here. But on the way out, make sure you join us on Wednesday night live at 8:50 p.m. That would be greatly appreciated. Just remember, on Wednesday nights, only members with the icon that you see in the chat room, they're the only ones that can be in the chat room on Wednesday night. Everybody can watch, including listen on podcasts. Make sure you smash the like button. If you like what we're talking about, please subscribe to the channel. Click the all notification bell. I would greatly appreciate that. And also, just in case, let me see, anything else I need to talk about tonight? Because I've been chilling really a little bit, but today has started the new day. This is the day takeover 2024 has commenced. All right. So it's going to be very, very cool. And I greatly appreciate if you subscribe to the channel, click the all notification bell, because not a lot of people get the notification. But go to the bottom of the description box, sign up for the Weber, the newsletter, because whenever I drop a video, I send out an email at least. All right. Now, needless to say, we don't have tens of thousands of people on the email list. So again, it'd be nice if we can get 5,000, 10,000 on the email list, because then that would make things a lot better. We wouldn't have to rely on YouTube. All right. And they're not doing their part because they're not sending out 5,000 notifications. They're not sending out 3,000 notifications. They're barely even sending out between 1,500 and 2,200, depending on the video. That is crazy. All right. So I know that's just bizarre. So when a person subscribes and clicks the all notification bell, you would think they would get notifications, right? All right. So we're going to end it here, ladies and gentlemen. And remember, if there's ever anything you need to ask, just ask it in the chat room. We're not expecting you to pay. I know here on YouTube, people have their PayPal scrolling, all these cash apps. Yes, I have all of that, but I traditionally don't put it on any of this stuff, right? So again, you don't have to pay here. This is the No Guru Zone. We're just trying to help everybody, because this next little ride that's going to happen where assets are going to increase in value, this is going to be like something that's never happened before. And we don't want you to miss out. So you got to get assets or lock in assets the right way, the right type. The credit, I'm not going to talk about credit because, again, all the money you spend towards credit at this point, debt, that's taking away from your future with assets. And when somebody says you can get 60%, 40%, and here you are spending $1,000 a month on debt that's you have to pay 12%, 20%, 15% on, that is taking away wealth. Buying cars and having a $700 a month car payment, that is $8,400 per year. And if somebody said that you can make $3,500 to $4,000 every year for that money spent for 1 year worth of the car, and you don't have to work for it or do anything for it, you'd be like, wait, what did you just say? Yes, you heard me. Here, I'm going to do this before I go. Here's what I'm going to do. We've talked about this for the last year. All right. There's nothing you can do about this. Nobody's stopping you. Nobody can stop you. Nobody can do anything about it but you. You can go to yieldmaxetfs.com. All right. It's that simple. And you can see for yourself. You can study for yourself. You can check their track records. All right. And speaking of track records, you're going to have to check for a buy price for one of their, if you're into TSLY, if you're into COIN coin, you should be checking these guys out. All right. Can't. TSLY. See, look at this. Look at this. So if you have $8,000 and you can get 50% annually on that, $4,000 for even 1 year. And if you're able to get that 2 years, okay, somebody's definitely watching. Every time we start talking about the UMAX ETFs, we have a glitch. All right, Marlon Jordan. I'm gonna go back to this. UMAX ETF TSLY says 60%. I'm just saying 50. It doesn't matter. But if you put in 8,000 that you're paying for a car, a truck, car, whatever, $735 is the average payment for a car. That's insane. So that's $4,000 per year to you, potentially for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, and you're still liquid. So I was saying, go down. If you haven't downloaded Robinhood and Webull and got your free shares from them, just go to, I don't care if it's Fidelity, I don't care if it's E-Trade, I don't care if it's Chase, but you need a brokerage account. Okay? And you should have one, and you could put a little money towards these things that give you 20, 30, 40% or potentially better, which is in this case is TSLY, COIN, even NVDI. Let me see what they got. Got disconnected every time we try to go. That's ridiculous. I don't even know how they live with themselves. It's insane. 50% returns are 40%, 30% are insane. So again, don't miss out on these, ladies and gentlemen. What is going on? Oh, they're blocking a lot of stuff. But something just came up that was new. I have something new that just showed up by StreamYard. They're showing where some things are going out. I like this. Well, a new year, something new. Very cool. I don't know how it popped up, but that's cool. I like it. Okay. Let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so every time we start talking about YieldMax, Marlon Jordan, you're right, man. I'm starting to pay attention. And yes, every time I'm trying to go to YieldMax and show it, an error comes up. That's not a coincidence. This is not a coincidence. This is what you're calling trying to block the ordinary citizens, the OCs, from getting information. 28.49, but you can see the dividends. On the 6th, the 5th, 6th, soon as the 3rd This is unreal. That's unreal. I realize that I'm about to wrap this up right now, because anytime we start doing this with these high returns, we get blocked. So again, I'm just trying to show you, go study whatever we talk about, just so you feel comfortable with if you're going to buy in. So thank you so much, everyone. I'm going to wrap this up because I get a little frustrated because we know we're doing Takeover 2024, and they do everything to make sure that it's not going to happen, but they can't stop it, unfortunately. It's already not online is everything. So we do business. So that's what we're going to do. And I want to thank everybody for being here. And again, Happy New Year. It's the first day of the year. Let's go make this thing happen. The best year yet. And we're here for you. All right. If you need any help, always come here and ask questions during our live streams, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You're honored to do that. Please. You don't have to pay for anything. You can have questions. You can send me emails, support@stopstrugglingnow.com. I answer questions. All right. You want to make a comment down below, I check those. I answer. All right. So I love you guys very much. And with all that said, please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here, and that's why we have to make that money and assets work for us more than ever. The next bull run across the platform, several of them, at least 3, crypto, real estate, stocks, you will not be able to catch up. All right. So just keep that in mind. And with all that said, make sure you stay safe. Make sure you watch your back, because there's going to be a lot of turmoil coming up, but it's all right. When you have a little bit of extra money to spend or extra money coming in, that's always helpful. You can always stave off any emergency or anything crazy that way financially. That helps out greatly. So with all that said, keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.